15.
Now we're talking.
I don't know, Paul. I appreciate it. By the way, I appreciate the process questions right here. Well done, Paul. Thanks so much.
See you, buddy.
It's Paul in Syracuse. Had to let him go before he asked me about an OnlyFans page.
Oh, God, Rich.
I think we'd clean up, honestly.
Oh, no, he would not.
Only fan.
Let's go to, where are we going here? We want to go to Andrew in Newcastle, Pennsylvania? What's up? What's up, Andrew?
Rich, what is going on?
It's on your mind.
Before I start, I just got to say that the show, the daily grind of the Rich Eisen show is no joke. You guys are all awesome.
Thank you.
I love the energy and the sports takes you guys give. So I just got to ask, what do you think the Pittsburgh Steelers need to do about their franchise quarterback, and do you think he's on the roster right now?
I don't know. Will Howard is the only guy that, with all due respect to Mason Rudolph, who one of Cooper's friends hot take saying he's the next Sam Darnold. I don't know. Let's see what Will Howard looks like. He certainly showed he's got some gumption, you know.
Or do we take a quarterback in the hometown? The draft is in Pittsburgh this year. It's going to be a big year. Do we take him this year?
I don't think so, buddy.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know unless Ty Simpson starts showing out and starting next week. And thanks for the call, Andrew, Newcastle, Pennsylvania. In the same way that we sensed that Anthony from Miami was not from Miami, I'm getting the sense that our last caller literally was from Newcastle, Pennsylvania.
Yep.
Sounded like he just came from the set of Task.
So good.
Or The Pit. Yeah, I don't know. I think the Steelers go and get Aaron Rodgers, and let's see what he can do. Yeah. Let's see if they can win and make some real hay in Mike McCarthy's first year, and they can assess what Will Howard is to them. But are they going to use a first? If Rodgers comes back, you're not using your first-round pick on somebody that's not helping. Yeah. You're not Rodgers. Hey, Rodgers comes back.
It's been
what are you going to
before.
trade up for him? You're going to trade up for him? Like, that ain't happening, guys.
It's been done before.
Yeah.
I
don't think they want any piece of that.
Worked out for the team that did it.
I know that. I don't think that's happening again.
Saying.
You're going to get somebody that can actually help right here, right now, and then you'll worry about the quarterback another day.
All right.
For our radio, we'll chat next in Indianapolis. We'll finish this show up on ESPN Disney Plus in a sec.
Evan Cohen here. In life, as in sports, the pros make it look easy. That's why pro golfers like Jason Day, Ben Griffin, and Patton Kazire trust the pros in lawn care. True Green. They have the experience and expertise to give you a lawn worthy of the PGA Tour. And since True Green does the work for you, you get more free time, or more tee times. So stop stressing over your lawn and start loving it. Sign up now at TrueGreen.com because nobody makes it easier to get a golf course quality lawn than True Green, the official lawn care treatment provider of the PGA Tour.
I'm Boomer Esiason. My mom died from cancer. She was only 37 years old. She didn't have life insurance, and that was devastating for my family. That's why having life insurance is so important to me. Ethos makes it fast and easy. Get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. You can get up to $3 million in coverage with no medical exam.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
This is a Pirate Radio Sports Break. I'm Shirley Rhodes. The top 5 teams remain the same in the D1 Baseball Top 25 poll released today for collegiate baseball. UCLA, LSU, Texas, Mississippi State, and Georgia Tech remained unchanged, while Coastal Carolina fell 3 spots from number 6 to number 9 after a 2-2 week. East Carolina's opponent this past weekend, North Carolina, moved up to 8th from the 10 spot. NC State comes in at number 14, while Wake Forest lands at number 16. Louisville fell out of the top 25 after posting a second straight losing weekend. And coming up this afternoon on Pirate Radio Live, we'll give you a recap of the East Carolina-North Carolina baseball series from the weekend. Coach Mac McCarthy will be on to talk NASCAR and college basketball. And Mike Maniscalco from the Carolina Hurricanes will talk about Olympic hockey and the second half of the NHL NFL season. This has been a Pirate Radio Sports Break. I'm Shirley Rhodes.
Michaels & Gateway Cosmetic and Family Dentistry has been Greenville's premier dental practice for over 40 years. I am Dr. Chris Gateway, and our mission at Michaels & Gateway is to provide exceptional dental care with compassion, integrity, and innovation, ensuring every patient leaves with a healthy, confident smile. Doctors Michaels & Gateway are committed to providing an outstanding patient experience with every visit. Not only do we offer all your dental needs under one roof, in most cases, we can take care of those needs on the same day. Bring your smile to us at Michaels & Gateway Cosmetic and Family Dentistry.
Enjoy the warm air, circulating moments after you turn up the heat. Precise control of cooking temperatures. Enough hot water on demand for everyone's shower. The instant glow of warmth when you turn on your fireplace or fire pit. Never having to change a gas tank on your outdoor grill. Experience the affordable luxury of natural gas. Find out more at GUC.com.
Hey Pirates, it's Lindsay Gray with Carolina Caliber. Warm up from the winter with hot manufacturer rebates and store discounts. Buy any new Winchester Super X pump, Wildcat, Expert, or XPR, get $25 back. Getting ready for turkey season? Buy any new Winchester Super X pump shotgun, get $50 back. Or bring in the heat with a Savage $100 rebate on a Savage Renegade shotgun. Don't forget 50% off Nomad turkey gear. Shop online or stop by Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville. It's a time-honored tradition.
Looking for your new go-to spot? Check out Fish Street Hardware Restaurant and Tap Room in downtown Greenville. Open Tuesday through Thursday 11 to 9, Friday and Saturday 11 to 11, and Sunday 11 to 5. Single on Tuesdays at 7, Wings and Trivia Wednesdays at 7, Outlaw Open Mic Thursdays 7 to 9, hosted by Lonnie Britton, and live music Fridays and Saturdays from 8 to 11. The Yappy Hours Thursday to Saturday 4 to 7, 25% off all appetizers. Check socials and website for all information at Fish Street Hardware.
Are you looking to purchase a new home, or are you considering refinancing your current mortgage? This is Talbot Green at Integrity Home Mortgage. We offer a wide variety of loan programs to help get you pre-approved. Our team of Talbot Green, Braxton Green, and Joanne Weir has over 50 years of experience and is committed to providing you with superior customer service you deserve.
To get started, call me, Braxton Green, at 526-8260.
Braxton Green, NMLS 222-3878. For informational purposes only, Integrity Home Mortgage Corporation is an equal housing lender, NMLS 208516.
If you missed Pirate Radio Live, you missed
Zack Agnos, Rockies reliever, former Pirate great.
Getting off to a hot start's a piece of it, but I think it's more important to rebound from the tough outings and stay with my processes rather than getting off to the hot start. Because at some point, it's the big leagues, and you're going to get smacked in the face because these guys get paid a lot of money to do what they do. I know for a fact this year I'm going to make a great pitch, and the hitter's going to put an even better swing on it, and there's nothing I can do about that.
Pirate Radio Live, weekdays from 3 to 6, exclusively on Pirate Radio, Pirate Radio TV on YouTube, and on the Pirate Radio app. This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 at 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington.
Can you be quiet, please? Thank you.
Welcome to Pirate Radio Live.
Clip. Hey, man, good to see you, brother.
We got Jarrett here. Hey, Jarrett. Hey, and we got left side. Strong side.
Y'all are intimidating guys. You know what I'm saying? Y'all are famous. Y'all are celebrity type guys, and that's intimidating.
Gun. First down, ECU. Spinning free. Still on his feet. Marlon Gunn Jr. He's gone.
How about them Pirates, baby?
You already know, my guy.
Pirate pride, baby. Pirate pride. ECU. ECU.
Now live from the Pirate Radio studios in the heart of the Pirate Nation, here is your host, Clip Brock.
Watch the TV while you're drinking is what I don't understand. And I'll never understand. Welcome in to a Monday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Clip Brock here with you inside the Pirate Radio studios. Coming to you on Pirate Radio 92.7 FM in Greenville, 104.1 in Washington. We're on 1250, 930 online, PR927FM.com. And you can find us on the Pirate Radio app, powered by Carolina Caliber. Also on YouTube, Pirate Radio TV, where we will be for the next 3 hours taking your comments. What's going on, chat gang? How you feeling after a 1-1-1 ECU baseball weekend against North Carolina? Friday night, we're ready to fold up the program. Saturday, we're riding high. Sunday, we don't know how to feel after a 3-3 draw with the Tar Heels. But overall, good weekend of baseball. And I think something to be excited about moving forward when it comes to this ECU baseball team. We will get your thoughts on that. We have a poll question up. How do you feel about the baseball team after the UNC series? Good, bad, and different. Oh, boy. All right. I voted good. I'm going good, I guess. How do you feel? We'll talk about it on today's edition of the show. And we have guests to get to. Why are the guests not up here on the video? Well, okay. Well, let me introduce who's here because nobody else can talk till I introduce them. Shirley Rhodes is here producing as always. We have Nick Bass joining us on video. Nick has done an incredible job since joining us at Pirate Radio last semester. We have Zach, who is also doing great work, and J-Bone burning the midnight oil. It's a lot on his plate during baseball season. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hello. J-Bone, how you doing?
Doing good, man, and I feel good about this baseball team. Not bad or indifferent.
Did you vote good?
I haven't voted yet. I will get on that soon, and I'll like the stream as well. Hope you like the stream. Yeah, I don't know why the guest's starting in the title.
All right.
I was off Thursday, and some things changed.
Well, let's ask Nick. Nick, why are the guests not in the title?
He's going to throw somebody under the bus.
You're darn right. I'm not throwing anybody under the bus. Again, I'm just doing what I am told.
Who told you not to put guests there?
I was told to put what we're talking about today in the title, and then the guests are going in the description.
Oh, fancy. All right, so now as I pull up, I hit more, the more tab, I see Mac McCarthy, Brandon Golden, and Mike Maniscalco. Oh, things is changing around here. But looking forward to talking to Coach Mack, Hour 1, Brandon Golden, Hour 2, and Mike Maniscalco. Coming off a USA gold medal win for the men's hockey team as they beat Canada in the same fashion the women's team beat Canada in overtime. Nick, how fired up were you Sunday morning?
Very much so. I was watching it while doing cardio on the treadmill, and I was the only person in the gym. As soon as they... That's insane, first off.
It was not on camera.
Maybe it's not best that I sit right here because I see everything going on.
I throw my hands up in the air when Jack Hughes' shot goes in, and everybody's looking at me like I'm a psychopath, but I was just happy because they won.
Oh, you were in public?
Yeah.
How many miles you run?
4.5.
Nice. Wow.
Jeez.
Good work there, Nick Bass. You know, bum one? That's awesome, man. So that happened early in the morning, and then it was on to Pirate Baseball, which this was pointed out to me yesterday. After Friday night, North Carolina never led against ECU the rest of the weekend. Is that true?
Yeah, that's true because it was 3-0. They tied it up in Durham 3-3, and then they didn't score again. And then yesterday we got out to the early lead, and they tied it up in the 5th, and we never played another inning.
So, a lot to be positive about there. Although I will go into the Facebook comments after Friday night's loss.
Yeah,
because there's some funny stuff in
I
it.
said to some folks in the press box yesterday, like, this series felt like it's lasted a month. And just the opinions that have changed from Friday night to late afternoon yesterday, it seems like a month's worth of change.
All right, let's check in with the chat gang real quick. Pike dropped by some donuts earlier today. Thank you, Pike. There's some donuts in the back.
I've seen Pike a lot this last week, man.
I've seen Pike and I've seen Rain. None of us saw him today.
Yeah.
Because we were busy, I guess, but he dropped off some donuts, so I appreciate it. He said he's enjoying a water and a donut or 2 or 3 while watching Pirate Radio Live. We appreciate you. Thanks for tuning us in. Jamie said... Go ahead, Jarrett.
Stay hydrated.
Okay. Jamie said, hey now.
Hey now.
Josh said, had a fun time yesterday at Tiebreakers listening to Mully, Clip, and Brian Dilday. hey, we couldn't get the whole game in. Had fun with Mully doing his Inside the Dugout at Tiebreakers. I'll be doing that with him again for the entire Coastal Series.
Wow.
When they're on the road. So Mully's hanging out there during road games, kind of chatting throughout the game, and had fun with the fellas.
Saw the shirts. Shirts look nice.
Yeah, I need to get me one of them's. Jamie said Josh said, I voted good. I think this weekend was the spark we needed. Jamie said, feel much better now about baseball. Feel great. ECU women have a great chance to make the tournament. I did keep up with that game. That's all I did. I don't know what he's talking about. But I was in Minji's Saturday, and that stunk. Pirates led pretty much throughout the game. They're up 6 with like 5 minutes left, something like that. But Rice shows why they are Rice. One of the reasons Rice is so good and has won 19 in a row is because they get every freaking call. Another reason is they can shoot from the outside. And ECU was getting their work done in the paint, which so was Rice. But Rice hit some big threes, including with about 15 seconds or whatever left, inside of 30 seconds, they hit what would be the game-winning 3. But it was an awesome game. First place, second place, good atmosphere in Minji's, and really enjoyed watching that with Lily on Saturday. Kenny says, really proud of the way the Pirates bounced back in this series. Need a few more bats to heat up. This team will be dangerous.
Kenny, calm down.
I like the way they're looking, and that we're, this is without Ethan Norby having a good game yet.
Yeah,
which I think is coming. I have to believe.
I mean, we talked to Ethan during the off season, and it was always just like, "Have you started throwing yet?" And he would say no. So I mean, you also got to think maybe that's contributing to something. But yeah, looking forward to seeing him get going soon.
We haven't really publicized this much. Are we publicizing Pirate Radio TV, or is it just like a test at this moment?
We're on Facebook.
Yeah, we are on Facebook, Pirate Radio TV. So if you're haven't followed that yet, please do. Jamie said Bob Knight voice tired of losing to Charlotte. I mean, whatever. Tired of losing to everybody in men's basketball.
Oh, honestly, I forgot they even played.
They played. They lost.
Looking forward to Sunday, though, back in Minji's against Memphis.
I'm not.
I think this is what gets Penny out of town.
Could be. As they got smacked by UAB yesterday.
Yeah.
And let's call it the FedEx Forum still?
I believe so.
They lost there to UAB. We are happy with the way the Pirates played Saturday and from the game on Sunday as well. But people were upset on Friday night. And I want to read some of those comments. The Facebook on our Facebook post, the final score. And do you have some as well?
Yeah, I'll go through Twitter and Instagram.
Oh, nice. All right. So this is following ECU's loss on Friday. And I read this to just give folks a reminder at how gloom and doom it was. And then guess what? You play a few hours later and things are okay. Let's see. Matt said maybe we'll see some of the team depth we've heard so much about. Gene said great recruiting, Cliff. Seen more offense from the USA women's curling team. All right. Stewart says, Coach? ? All right. Yeah. Alvin says, looks to me like the better team won. Okay, Alvin. Fran says, seems they believed all the hype they got preseason. Doug says, there's nothing to say. Why'd you say something? Larry said, damn. Barbara said, ouch. Cedric said, damn. Damn. Justice said, completely embarrassing. Glenwood said, lacking talent. Glenn said, this team just isn't very good. Sam said, getting ugly. Randall said, that was an ass whooping. Dan said, skunk. And Matthew said, Jesus, we need your help today.
Well, I need it every day, no matter what's going on.
Let's see if we got some more from the Cliff Godwin video. Joseph said, I've heard the AD is not happy. Uh-oh. Joseph's sources are saying that John Gilbert not happy with this baseball team, and something could change.
Not happy in Game 6 of a 56-game season.
With a coach that gets you in the postseason every year.
Yeah.
But Joseph on our Facebook commented he heard the AD is not happy.
Now, who'd you hear that from? Because yesterday, somebody in the press box at the UNC ECU game says, I'm hearing a 5-ish restart. And who they heard that from was Zach Kaplan saying, I don't know, they might get it started about 5 o'clock.
John Gilbert's not happy.
He probably heard it from some bum sitting outside of 7-Eleven.
Let's see. Daniel says it's definitely on you, referring to Cliff Godwin. I'm trying to find the.
I think we're thinking about the same one.
There was a comment. There you go. Mike said, "That was awful. Not your fault, Coach. It's the players." I'm sure that makes Cliff Godwin feel better. Coach, you're doing a hell of a job. These players stink. So there's some comments from the Facebook feed.
This one is from the video where Cliff said baseball teaches you more about the game of life than any other sport. Somebody said, Davis Willow said, he's wrong. And he stole that from the old saying that football teaches the game of life better. And then somebody said, blah, blah, blah. Cliff is talking like a middle schooler.
Hold on. So that guy, the first guy.
Yeah.
Was mad that Cliff took a quote that is supposed to be about football and turned it into baseball? All right.
But, I mean...
So you can't learn any life lessons from baseball. Only football.
If somebody who has been as successful as Cliff Godwin is telling me that baseball does that, I don't think I'm going to go in the comments and say, he's wrong.
False.
This one is from another Cliff Godwin video we had from Friday night. Do we talk about moving on? No question mark, though.
So it's not a question.
It's not a question. Your voice at me? A lot of exclamation marks. And if I was Cliff Godwin, I would say this.
I don't like the way he looks.
Oh, well, I was going for the Mick Cronin. But yeah, this guy didn't have a profile picture, so we don't know how he looks.
Are you raising your voice at me?
Instagram has.
Maybe we do need to talk because one commenter heard that the AD was not happy.
Let's see. This one, there was 2 comments on this video, and just the opposite ends of the spectrum it was on. Danny says, we love you regardless and support you whether it's a win or a loss. It doesn't matter in the scheme of life. Heart emoji, baseball emoji.
Okay, that guy does not belong on the internet.
Yeah, very uplifting. And then under that, Jason said, joke!
Hunter brings up a good point that maybe that guy is not talking about John Gilbert. Could be talking about his good friend AD. Could be talking about Anthony Davis. Yeah, I heard Anthony Davis is not happy. He's hurt again.
Al Davis from the grave, not happy. Let's see. Scotty on Instagram said, we are not good. Coach, if we do this again, I'll be sliding a petition across Eastern Carolina for a new coach, says Jonah. Can we figure this out? Let's get something going or have some tough conversations.
Oh, I vote for the latter. Let's have tough conversations.
I like to let Braden pitch. I mean, hell, honestly. And then Sadie said, this guy sucks.
This guy sucks. All right. So there you have it.
A lot of people taking the loss from Friday very well.
And really,
you suck.
This is another reason I don't love baseball. I like reacting to games and stuff.
Yeah.
But in baseball, there's 50 plus, and
at least like
one game doesn't matter.
We're not going to get to May or early June and be like, man, if we didn't get run ruled that Friday against Carolina, where in football, it's like, man, if we show up in the first half against Tulane, it's a different story. So,
yep.
Let's go to Saturday on Instagram.
No, I don't want to read positive comments.
Oh, okay. Well, sorry. Trying to bring light to it. But
the greatest team ever. That's kind of the point. Like, you just can't get too high or too low. But again, we're talking about folks online.
Yeah.
And that's how it goes.
I mean, Saturday was great, though. Love seeing Braden at second. Matt Lashley was impressive.
Yeah.
Grady Linehan. Linehan, man.
What a day.
I mean, that second one, that was a triple. Yeah, that one looked like it was going out, too.
I'm sure it was awesome to be there. It was cool to hear it, man. It sounded like a Pirate home game on Saturday.
2 Alan Jackson songs, a 10-3 victory. It was a great experience at the DBEP.
Cannot beat that. Let's take a break. Mike P. said, now that we've taken Canada's only sport, can we rename it ice football?
Yes.
Many are asking.
Hey, we walked in Canada's trap, took over their trap.
What's that mean?
I don't know.
Okay.
They own something and we took it. Hockey is no longer theirs.
Hockey belongs to us. People forget that James Naismith is Canadian. Let me make sure I got that right now that I'm saying it on
I believe he is.
Live radio. I believe you, Michael. Dr. James Naismith. Christian chaplain.
Oh.
Physician.
Okay.
This was back when people had 800 jobs. You were the town's like vet,
blacksmith, baker,
cobbler.
Yeah.
He was born in Almonte, Canada West, province of Canada. Back when he was born, they didn't even have like names of places. He was just born in Canada West. Died in Lawrence, Kansas.
Oh, okay.
Went to Kansas. I guess he was a legal immigrant to the United States. I haven't seen otherwise. But he first developed the game of basketball in Canada. How about that? All right.
The more you know.
Mike P. said, I say this guy sucks all the time. Not about CG, but just in general. This guy sucks. Hey, it's fun to say.
Yeah.
I say stinks. Sucks is so,
Sucks.
It's so dirty.
Yeah, okay.
Stinks.
Stinks.
This guy stinks.
Yeah.
Well, you can use that in any kind of audience. Mm-hmm. So, but hey, to each his own. Back with you, Pirate Radio Live. Coach Mac McCarthy joins us after this.
Big news from the Rick House. The Rick House has a brand new menu that you're absolutely going to love. New on the menu are creamy garlic parm chicken pasta, crab cakes, and our new porterhouse, half filet, half strip, tender and juicy, and grilled to perfection. The Rick House is the area's bourbon authority, featuring Willet, Jefferson Tropics, and the Frank Sinatra Select by Jack Daniels. The new menu features new, lower prices. The Rick House, Red Banks Road in Greenville.
Greenville Motor Company has proudly served Greenville for over 40 years. Driven by service, powered by trust, locally owned and operated by Tommy and Brian Cook and the Cook family. When you're looking for your next ride, choose from a huge selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs, domestic or import. If they don't have exactly what you want, they'll locate it for you. From your very first car to that luxury automobile you've always dreamed of, it's Greenville Motor Company, 1000 Southwest Greenville Boulevard, driveherenow.com. Driven by service, powered by trust, Greenville Motor Company.
Attention pirates and runners, be sure to join the fun Saturday, March 28th for the Pirate 10-miler, 4-miler, or Double Down Challenge. The road race starts and finishes at Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium and runs through the best of Greenville. Get in on all the action and reserve your spot at the starting line today. Sign up now at pirate10miler.com. Use the code Pirate Radio to save 15% off your race registration. That's pirate10miler.com, special code Pirate Radio. See you there, March 28th.
College is hectic, but where you live shouldn't be. At Pirates Cove, you get your own quiet space and private bathroom. With 2 pools, a fitness center, EV chargers, the only student property with a new soccer mini pitch field, a business room for focus, and a quick ride to campus. No dorms, no drama, just the lifestyle you're looking for. Pirates Cove isn't just where you stay, it's where you live.
Washington's favorite place to eat and where all the locals go is Down on Main Street. Down on Main Street's new weekly lunch specials are here and only for $8.99. Stop by Monday through Friday and enjoy chicken and pastry, spaghetti, meatloaf, hamburger, steak, and everyone's favorite fried shrimp plate. After work, Down on Main Street is the perfect spot for dinner and drinks with friends. Down on Main Street in historic downtown Washington. Go Pirates!
A pepperoni pizza for the table.
Thank you.
May I suggest trying it with our Pepsi Zero Sugar? It has just the right amount of sweetness to complement all that cheesy, saucy goodness, while the carbonation and notes of citrus enhance the flavor profile. Simply divine.
Pepsi Zero Sugar? You've really outdone yourself this time. Pizza deserves Pepsi.
Miss, your burger is served.
Thank you.
And if I may suggest a pairing, this is our finest Pepsi Zero Sugar. The sweetness of Pepsi perfectly balances the savory notes of your burger, while the citrus and carbonation elevates the taste for a truly stunning flavor profile. Bon appetit.
Now that is one perfect combination. If this is how the other half lives, I could get used to this. Burgers deserve Pepsi.
Have you ever seen those exotic aquariums like the guys do in Las Vegas on television? You ever thought about having one of these aquariums in your business? It's more affordable than you think. This is Hal Pruitt with rentafishtank.com. We can make having an aquarium in your business turnkey with no work, cleaning, or hassles for you. Rentafishtank.com creates a relaxing atmosphere and keeps children occupied. Rentafishtank.com already services many dental, pediatric, and doctor offices, plus hospitals and senior living centers. Check us out at rentafishtank.com.
This is retired ECU baseball player Charlie Yorgan, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. The Pirate Radio app is available now, powered by Carolina Caliber. Download the app today and have Pirate Radio at your fingertips. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back into Pirate Radio Live. On a Monday, congratulations to East Carolina pitcher Sean Jenkins. Sean Jenkins named the American Conference Pitcher of the Week. What a performance in relief on a Saturday as he mowed down the Tar Heels in ECU's victory.
I mean, emotion like I've never seen. Because last year, he was kind of just, cool, calm, collected, good or bad. It looked the same. And, man, he was MFing some folks almost on Saturday.
Almost? How do you almost MF folks?
Well, he was just very colorful coming off the mound.
Yesterday,
said,
Austin Irby got into a stare down with the pitcher.
Yeah.
And it could have shook him up because a couple batters later, that's when the Pirates took a 2-run lead.
Yeah, Jack Herring 3-4 inches away from a home run. That was tiff.
That was tiff. RV, Ronald Vincent, will join us on the show coming up on Tuesday.
Nice.
Talk more. We'll have a good baseball show tomorrow with Mully Man, RV, Brandon Manning. But right now, we'll be joined on the Turner Home Team live line. If you're looking to sell your house fast without making any repairs, the Turner Home Team is the local home buying company that buys houses as is. Justin and his team can provide you with a fast cash offer for your house today. Give them a call, 525-4780. Joining us on that line is Coach Mac McCarthy. Coach, how you doing?
I'm good. Just listening to you all wrap things up about the baseball series, which turned out pretty good for the Pirates.
Can we go back to the Facebook comments when Coach Mack was coaching basketball at ECU and read some of those?
Was Facebook around?
I don't know. I'm trying to find those, Mac.
It wasn't invented until way after my time.
Man, awesome basketball Saturday, and then we'll start local and go from there. And I saw a good one in Minges. Your old neighbor, Kim McNeil, and the Pirates led pretty much wire to wire against Rice, who came in winners of 18 straight. And showed why they had that long winning streak, because they just stuck to it and wouldn't go away, hit some big shots, and ended up winning by one. Heartbreaker for Kim McNeil's team, but I think we'll see them again, Coach. It looks like they're going to be the 1 and 2 team in the American Conference, which gets buys all the way to the semifinals. So tough result in Minges, but Kim McNeil has the girls playing good, 20 wins this year.
Yeah, and that's outstanding. And she and the coach from Rice, Lindsay, I want to say her name is Edmonds, but they're both two of the names that are popping up all over the place because they're having such good years, and and have done a good job, and not necessarily women's basketball hotbeds, if you will.
I didn't follow the men's team. They lose on the road at Charlotte, but do want to ask you about a team in the American, and that is the Memphis Tigers. And what do you do? We've seen how tough it can be to fire an alum with Ruffin McNeil, and that had lasting impacts here at ECU. Whether you were for or against the decision, it did really linger here in Greenville after Ruffin McNeil was ousted. And I mean, Memphis has a decision to make with Penny, I would think. I mean, do you just let them ride it out and because you don't know if you can get anybody better, or do you try to bring in somebody that can bring some energy? Because Memphis, they were just kind of the big dog in a bad conference, and now they are irrelevant. They're 12-15 overall, 7-7 in conference play, and just getting left behind, Coach Mack. So what do you think Memphis needs to do here with their head coach?
Yeah, and looking at it big picture, not just men's basketball, but Memphis has been pretty good in football now for more than a decade. They've had multiple coaches come through there, whether it was Fuente or Florida State guy, or this last guy that jumped to Arkansas. They've been solid, but still the FedEx money and men's basketball has kept them on everybody's kind of sheet to be a team that would move up to the quote unquote Power Four. And now men's basketball is not upholding their end of the bargain, and everybody has always wanted Memphis. I don't remember when Memphis was bad. They did have, and it was their last. I think it was their last foray with an alum with Coach Finch that didn't go so well back in the 80s and early 90s, maybe. But yeah, I don't know. I'm thinking you got to make a change, and because Memphis basketball should absolutely be good. No reason they're not good.
Yeah, I'm with you. I watched a lot of good teams on Saturday. My Houston Cougars fell short to Arizona, and Houston in the second half brought it defensively, but they just went ice cold offensively, and that's kind of been the bugaboo with Kelvin Sampson's teams. If you want to, give a weakness for his tenure at Houston, it's been, can they do enough offensively? And I heard Fran Francilla talking and said that typically this Houston team a little better offensively and worse defensively than years past, but Arizona undermanned goes to Houston and picks up the win, and Houston right back at it tonight. They take on Kansas, who got whooped by Cincinnati. And Houston's an auto bet for me. I'm doing it again tonight, and I'm worried about it. And I was talking with Jarrett earlier. You had some crazy stats, Jarrett, regarding Kansas and how they bounced back, but also Houston hasn't lost three in a row.
So, let's see. Bill Self, I think he's 114-0 on Monday.
Oh, no, yeah. Well,
big Monday.
Big Monday on ESPN.
He's never lost back-to-backs in the Allen Fieldhouse.
Okay.
But Houston has not lost 3 games in a row since 1892.
All right, Mac, call it. Who wins tonight?
That's hard to believe. So, some trend is going to bust here, isn't it?
Yeah, big time. What do you think? I mean, again, it's bounce back night for both of those teams. So
those are unbelievable stats.
I know, and you probably shouldn't believe them. We could be making them up, but
I read them on Twitter. They're true. They have to be true.
Who you got tonight, Mac?
Yeah, the games were great. The games were really good. That game and the Duke game, but I'll tell you one disturbing thing, and I was talking a little bit about it with Shirley too, and in the men's games that I'm watching, the women's games that I'm watching and prep to do some women's games. I got called in at the last minute to do Georgia Tech, Virginia Tech on Sunday, and I've got Carolina at Virginia. Virginia coming off a big upset at Louisville. At the games, I thought Duke and Michigan and Houston and Arizona, Kentucky, Auburn. I thought all of them were just over the top physical. I mean, I don't even know how they got to be so I mean, basketball's always been a little more physical than people understand, but and a lot of officials are good friends, but boy, this year seems to me to be trending in a not so healthy direction from an officiating standpoint. And
interesting.
I'd love to talk to an official and have one on. I miss our man Ramey for a lot of reasons, but I'd love to have him on at this point.
Well, advantage Houston then, because they play that way. Are you just ducking telling me who you're going to pick tonight, or did you really want to talk about officiating? Who do you?
No, I had a narrative I wanted to.
I will pay attention to that, Mac. Are you saying that they are swallowing whistles more, or just?
I think they are, and
Yeah.
I think that would benefit Houston. And also the thing that is amazing is Self has managed this situation with Peterson so well that you got to think that has to take an effect on this team. I like Kelvin Sampson. I'm with you.
Well, yeah, I don't know if we've talked a lot about that either, Mac, but there are people, and Zach Kaplan was very outspoken about it last week when I brought it up on the show. He said this Peterson guy is a loser, and it just no heart, no want to. And is that the case, Mac, or is there something really wrong with him? Because you said it, Bill Self has handled it post game and everything as good as he possibly could, I think.
He has, and I thought it was interesting that apparently he had a meeting with the AD and some relevant boosters, I'm assuming NIL kind of folks, after the game with Cincinnati, and I don't know. It's one of the weirdest situations I've ever seen, and you don't ever want to question whether somebody's hurt or sick or whatever, but this is just weird. It's just really weird, and if and everybody's preaching the same thing, but if I'm an NBA team, I wouldn't touch him with a 10-foot pole.
Yeah, that's the chatter right now too. I think I was listening yesterday to a national show. He is still projected to be the number one pick, and then the BYU Debonsa.
Yeah, Debonsa
is second.
Yeah, then you got Boozer, Wilson.
Yeah,
but I mean, my thing with Peters, like, I don't watch a lot of Kansas basketball, but I hear national media talking. They say, like, Dwayne Wade, Kobe Bryant, even some say Michael Jordan, like, with that kind of shooting guard prospect. And then you see him tapping out of games, and it's like he might have the skill set, but like Zach Kaplan would say, mindset and heart. I don't think that'll translate well.
Now, we've had plenty of guys tap out of bowl games, but this feels a little bit different, right?
Yeah,
regular season.
He's not playing against Arizona.
If he gets picked number one, that will just absolutely substantiate my lack of feelings for the NBA.
Yeah.
Well, that's way down the list for me, somebody who watches a lot of the NBA. But yeah, that'd be a bad look.
Mac, what'd you make out of Duke, Michigan? Michigan's been blowing everybody out, and Duke had a slight lead at halftime and kept that lead throughout the second half and did enough to pull away, get the win at the end.
Yeah, I'm two teams that can win it all, and I felt the same way watching Arizona. Even like you mentioned, they were shorthanded against Houston, and it wouldn't surprise me if any of those four, or all of those four, were at the Final Four, and somebody else will break through there, I'm sure. But Michigan's size didn't bother. I don't know if Duke did just such a great job of maneuvering their people offensively so that they could have some favorable matchups. Even Boozer, had his normal success, but I think you got to give Shire a lot of credit because Dusty May's done a great job. Their size has been a factor in almost every single game, and they had one of those games where they didn't make 3-point shots either. And we all know if you don't knock down some shots and make the defense spread out a little bit, you're going to have less of a chance to win. So again, I get a kick out of people, having a referendum on every game, whether it's the baseball team or whatever it is. Okay, we've lost 3 in a row. We shouldn't have. We suck. We're going to be awful. And then we win a couple maybe we shouldn't have. Oh no, we're going to have a great season. We're going to be in the Final Four. We're going to be in Omaha. We're going to be in the NCAA tournament. Resist the temptation to make every single game a referendum on whether your team is good and whether your coach can coach.
Yeah, I kind of felt that way coming out of Duke and Michigan and maybe even Arizona, Houston. I think Houston will be better offensively, but it was nice just to see 4 top 5 teams go at it on a Saturday. It was fun as a basketball fan, so enjoy it for what it is. By the way, Mac, are you raising your voice at me? Are you
raising your voice at me?
Not at all.
What you think about Mick Cronin, Mac?
I think he's acted like a jerk. He's a good coach, and people that are friends of his that are friends of mine really like him. But he has, he really hasn't acted like he wants to be there. And then all of a sudden he was contrite, and I love being at this place. I'm fortunate to be here, and love coaching here. And well, you didn't sound like it last week, but that we're hearing this, and you missed our conversation last week that Jared and I had while you were out playing sick. That we're seeing a lot of this from the coaches, and we were discussing whether it's NIL, transfer portal, the combination of all the above. But I've never seen this many coaches calling their teams out and making it personal.
Maybe so, yeah. Maybe that part of it.
We didn't label Mick Cronin in that group because Mick Cronin just goes off to go off. But like Jerome Tang, like that was a topic of conversation last week.
Who, by the way, did get fired.
Yeah.
Kennedy, Kim Caldwell, Vic Schaefer from Texas. There have been so many coaches doing that.
It is a new trend for sure. UCLA wins on a buzzer beater on Saturday. That was impressive.
Great win. Illinois is really, really good. That was a heck of a win.
Good one tonight in the ACC, Mac.
The little transfer from New Mexico State finally played really well for UCLA. He had been shooting about 18% from 3 after leading the country last year in threes made, I think. And they paid top dollar to get him there, and he hadn't delivered, but he delivered big time against Illinois.
We'll see who delivers tonight in the Dean Dome. Undermanned North Carolina hosting Louisville, and Louisville is a road favorite tonight in Chapel Hill. What do you think about that, Mac?
I've never seen it, I'll tell you that. But North Carolina is not as good without the fabulous freshman Caleb. But I don't know when he's coming back, but I think it's going to be sooner than people think.
All right, Mac McCarthy joining us on the Turner Home Team live line. I'm looking ahead to see if there's any other games this week. Anything else you're looking forward to, Mac, in college basketball, men's or women's?
Yeah, I've got an interesting week just because I had Georgia Tech and Virginia Tech. The ACC on the women's side is like bubble-licious. They've got like 6 or 7 teams that are on the bubble, and they're the last 4 buys, the last 4 in, the first 4 out. But a couple of the teams that were right on the bubble had big wins, with Virginia beating Louisville at Louisville, which doesn't happen. Clemson beating Duke, who had won 17 in a row, hadn't lost since December. And that puts both of them in the tournament. And Virginia Tech, both on that bubble, meet on Sunday. But North Carolina plays at Virginia on Thursday, and I'll be doing that game, which is turned into a big game.
On the men's side, Mac, Tuesday, NC State at Virginia. I like that game. Could be interesting. Wednesday,
your head coaches that are doing really well.
Yeah. Wednesday, St. John's at UConn in a Big East battle. Thursday, Michigan State at Purdue. And then Friday, Michigan at Illinois. So at least one game a night for you to highlight and enjoy if you're still getting out of the no football funk and looking to turn to basketball. We got some high level games coming up this week.
Why can't we push baseball? I mean, we need to push basketball some, but can't we push baseball back just a little bit till we have a chance to avoid snow?
Clemson head coach Eric Bakich is on board with that.
Yeah,
pushing about.
I held that sentiment after the first weekend. Like, it's just cold, man. I don't want to be out in the cold.
Yeah, I'm with you. Push it back. Push it back, way back. Let's take a break. We'll come back and talk some NASCAR. I've watched more racing to start this year than I have my entire life.
It's been a great start to this season.
So then what do we do? Where do we go this week?
Austin, Texas.
We'll see what Mac and Jarrett think about that. Recap a little bit of yesterday because, again, it looked like a video game at times with what I was seeing on the track. So I want to ask our NASCAR experts about that when we return. Pirate Radio Live. More with Coach Mac McCarthy after these words.
It's Budweiser's 150th anniversary, and we're celebrating with a Heritage Can Series that honors our legacy of being made of America. Collect all 4 designs. For 150 years, this Bud's for you. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2026. Anheuser-Busch. Budweiser Lager Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Carolina Eagle Distributing is celebrating 150 years of Budweiser all year long. For 150 years, Budweiser has been the heart of America beer culture, bringing people together across generations. Cheers to 150 years. This Bud's for you from Carolina Eagle, serving the Pirate Nation since 1989.
At Tiebreakers, we pride ourselves on serving
big, juicy wings.
I'm talking
big and juicy.
Our chickens are the same ones that kick sand in the other chickens' faces. If our chickens played football, they'd be linebackers. The competition's chickens, they'd be
skinny little kickers.
Trade those kickers in for linebackers. Join us today for
big, juicy wings.
All season long at Tiebreakers.
Tiebreakers, with 2 locations in Greenville and on Railroad Street in Winterville.
Hey Pirate Nation, are you in the market for a member-focused local credit union or making a switch from your existing one? Then explore First Flight Credit Union with branches across eastern North Carolina where all residents are membership eligible. First Flight members experience in-person service, competitive savings, and loan rates. Everything from automobile, boat, and home loans, First Flight has you covered. First Flight is more than just a branch. They're on a mission to take better care of our community. Stop by one of their local branches today or visit efirstflight.com. First Flight is insured by the NCUA and an equal housing lender.
At Children's Health Services, we understand the importance of your child's well-being. This is Dr. Chris Osmick, and our mission is to provide comprehensive, patient-centered health care through every stage of child development, starting the day they are born in the hospital. We are not just here to treat illnesses. We are here to partner with you on your child's health journey. Schedule your appointment today to build a brighter, healthier world for your children.
Hey everybody, this is Parker Bird. Visit our friends at Children's Health Services on Arlington Boulevard on 10th Street and at childrenshealthservices.org. Go Pirates.
North Carolina State Parks invites you to enjoy camping your way. With the weather changing, booking your own cabin is the perfect solution for your camping getaway. Reserve campsites or cabins today at Jones Lake, Goose Creek, and Cliffs of the Neuse. Whether you enjoy traditional camping or air-conditioned cabins that can be rented with Wi-Fi, your next adventure can include hiking, beautiful scenery, and sunsets by the campfire. For information on booking a cabin, visit ncparks.gov.
If you're looking to make someone's day a little sweeter, Nothing Bundt Cakes has the perfect treat. From our bite-sized buntinis to our delicious 8 and 10-inch bundt cakes, every cake is baked fresh daily and topped with our signature cream cheese frosting. Birthdays, celebrations, office treats, or just because. There's always a reason for a bundt cake. Come see us in Greenville in the Law Promenade Shopping Center near Longhorn and let us help you share a little joy, one bundt at a time. Nothing Bundt Cakes. Make life a little sweeter every day.
When it comes to building or remodeling your home, every detail matters. Hi, this is Kathy Herring with KDL Construction, and we believe great design begins with careful planning and ends with flawless execution. With open communication and a true partnership mindset, we guide you through every step, turning your vision into reality. Our goal, to deliver more than a building project. We create an experience that is seamless, stress-free, and inspiring. Visit KDLConstructionLLC.com to start your transformation today. KDL Construction, your vision, our craft.
Do you ever talk to yourself about where to eat today, and then you hear
Warren's hot dogs?
Then you're thinking, yeah, 2 hot dogs, chips, and a drink for $7.50 would be awesome.
Warren's hot dogs.
And maybe some homemade lemonade, perhaps a pizza or a sub, and definitely an apple or peach turnover.
Warren's hot dogs.
Don't overthink where to eat today. Go to Warren's Hot Dogs in Greenville across from Ron Ayers or in Chocowinity next to the fire station. Warren's Hot Dogs, serving the Pirate Nation since 1991. Go Pirates.
This is Andre Allison, the first receiver to catch for 1,000 in ECU history. You're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. The Pirate Radio app is available now. Powered by Carolina Caliber. Download the app today and have Pirate Radio at your fingertips. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Greenville Utilities Neighbor to Neighbor program provides help for those who need temporary assistance with their utility costs, and you can make a difference. Your tax-deductible donation can be added to your GUC bill each month, or you can make a one-time donation. GUC matches all donations up to $20,000 each year. Consider helping a neighbor with GUC's Neighbor to Neighbor program. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here is your host, Clip Rock.
All right, Shirley Rhodes, Nick Bass, Zach Lewis, J-Bone, Jabone,
Wuzzle,
Jarrett Watkins, Mac McCarthy, a fan of, you like hot dogs, Coach Mac?
Warren's hot dogs? Heck yeah. I miss Warren's hot dogs, and I miss that peach pie. Oh, my goodness. And whatever their chili is, it's indescribable, and you don't really want to look at it, but you do want to taste it.
All right, put that in the next commercial, Shirley, for Warren's hot dogs.
Maybe not that you don't want to look at it part.
Yeah. I know. I mean, look, I understand that. Yeah. There's some foods that
I love Warren's hot dogs.
What's the worst looking food? And I think I have my answer. When the refried beans.
Yeah.
I mean, what looks more disgusting than that? And then we eat them.
One of the top one. That's one of the top.
Yeah, that's got to be 1A. Anybody else? Y'all have any other? What's the worst looking food that is edible?
Mush peas, like the British food.
Never been there.
Yeah, sorry.
Okra in any form?
I tell you what, the salami okra, like fried okra is okay because it's covered up and you can't really see it. But the regular salami form of okra is pretty gross, Shirley. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
All right.
I got nothing.
You got nothing? Okay. Fair enough. Mac.
I started the whole thing out with the chili, so I'm good.
Yeah. There are some chilies can give you that. Mac, man, really enjoyed the race yesterday. There was some action every time. I enjoyed my nap I took during it as well. But every time I woke up, Joey Logano was involved. I bet on him to win it. He was involved in some kind of wreck. I think he ended up finishing, if I'm not mistaken. So that was good. But Jerry, we were talking about the race, and who's the Hurricane guy?
Hocevar?
Yeah.
Mac, I'm going to go ahead and solidify myself as a Carson Hocevar fan after yesterday. That was awesome.
It looked like a video game. He was weaving in and out.
Like the first overtime restart, when it's Christopher Bell, Bubba Wallace right up there up front, he's like, no gap, I'm going to make my own gap. And just rams right in the middle of them. That was awesome.
That's unbelievable. I mean, I have great respect for your knowledge of NASCAR, and the fact that you have chosen to jump on the Hocevar bandwagon disturbs me greatly.
He's so fun, and he knows what he's doing. It's not like, oh, well, I mean, I thought I had it there. Like, he's going to come out and say, like, man, I'm doing what I want to do. You don't like it? Oh, well, I'm trying to win.
He's not fun if you're wrecking here. He's wrecking your guy, and he's wrecking everybody's guy.
Yeah.
He's trying to win a race. I don't understand the whole. So is there?
I mean, there's an etiquette. There's a way to go about things, and Hocevar has completely thrown those out the window.
So what team? What team is he on?
He's Trackhouse, right?
No, he's Spire.
Spire, yeah, Spire.
Yeah, he's Spire.
But he's just kind of a lone wolf out there, basically.
Suarez or Spire.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's just running over people. And you can't, and he is fast, but and you can't teach fast. But you got, like you said, there's an etiquette to being able to move people around, and he's doing it. He's doing it on lap 3. He doesn't care if it's lap 3 or 4:33. He's going to run over you. Like you said, the time he went through the hole, which wasn't there, that was just an absolute idiotic move. And I'm glad you're off to a good start. And your guys won 2 straight races. I have him in the other pool that I'm in, so I've got 2 straight races with Vickers. But I mean, with Reddick. Hocevar, he needs to go down and drive trucks for a year.
Yeah, and I will say that this is not new. What we're seeing from Hocevar, I mean, this really started with like Logano and Keselowski, like those guys coming up. They did a lot of this.
So I always ask you guys: is Hocevar, is he like a garage kid or whatever? Like, was he given a car? Did he earn it, or like, what's his backstory? Do you know, Mac?
I don't know.
Okay. That tells me that he's not like
he grew up a lot on the simulators.
Really?
Yeah.
Where there's no, no penalty for hitting anybody.
And he drives like he's still on a simulator.
Wow. Okay, interesting.
Mac, I do want to ask you about Atlanta itself because when they turned it into kind of a super speedway, I wasn't a fan. I don't know how you felt, but after watching yesterday, I'm a fan of it now. What are your thoughts?
No, it has produced exciting racing, but I hate it. I loved old Atlanta. I wanted those tires to wear out. I wanted it to be hard for the drivers to drive it. I didn't want them to be able to put the right foot down and leave it the entire way. We've got 4 speedway races, 2 at Talladega, 2 at Daytona. We don't need 2 more. And again, that the caveat to that is it has produced incredible finishes, great racing, but we don't need a 5th and 6th race of the year at a super speedway, and that's all it is. It's a 1.5 mile super speedway, and much harder than those others because it's only on 1.5 miles instead of 2.5. So everything happens much quicker. And then when you throw an idiot in there, or someone driving like an idiot, he may not be an idiot, but someone driving like an idiot in there, now you have, there were 5 cars that weren't involved in a wreck. That's nonsense.
Yeah.
I don't know. For a novice, it makes it interesting. I mean, every time they went around, it felt like something was about to happen.
Yeah, like the dumb hick that I am, it's like, let's go. I love it. But I mean, I do appreciate NASCAR for what it is. I love stock car racing.
Makes it interesting.
Yeah, like there's 2 sides to the coin for me, but yesterday really satisfied the dumb hick.
Mac, you're speaking to a dumb hick.
Yeah, I'm just going to leave that.
Okay, you're just, okay. All right, fine. So this week, what do we got, a road course?
Yeah, Circuit of the Americas, COTA, Austin, Texas.
I don't think I drafted any road coursers, Mac. Can Christopher Bell win at a road course?
He can. He can win anywhere.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, Kyle Larson needs to pick it up. I mean, with this new format, these bad finishes he's had the first, it's only his first 2 weeks.
Well, isn't he notoriously a bad super speedway guy or whatever, or am I wrong?
No, he's always at the front in super speedways. He's had trouble finishing, but a lot of people can say that.
Okay.
I mean, a lot of Kyle Larson is like, he's going to win or be top 5 or he's not going to finish. Like,
he was also on a simulator once, I remember.
Yeah.
The big simulator guy was William Byron. He didn't even race cars. I mean, he
really?
He was. Yeah, he was totally a simulator, iRacing.
I won a Madden tournament, Mac, at EB Game World, in 2004. You think I'd be a good football coach?
Oh, I'm sure everybody's a good football coach. You just sit in the stands and listen to them.
All right. Will we have a typical big name driver win this week, or will it be your what is it, SVF?
Shane Van Gisbergen, who has ran well the last 2 weeks. I will say that. Him, AJ Allmendinger, I think we're going to get a big name guy.
SVG finished 6th, his best finish on an oval at Atlanta. But, of course, that's with an asterisk because I'm not sure Atlanta is an oval anymore.
And we'll have what? When is qualifying for this week?
I haven't looked.
Because, I mean, that's important, right?
Saturday.
That's pretty crucial.
Yeah, COTA's a neat road course, but again, we've got too many of them. We don't need any more. Watkins Glen and Sonoma is enough, but COTA is a great city, great Austin, and a good road course. But again, I don't know that we need that.
We go out west after that, and then you got your nice little Darlington, Martinsville, Bristol stretch. Mac, when's your first race this year you're going to?
It'll probably be Martinsville. Yeah.
Good deal. All right, Maxter. Enjoyed it, man.
I appreciate y'all. I'm glad you're back. Hope you're healthy. And
I'm never going to be healthy.
just fans don't. Yeah, I meant physically healthy. The fans don't make every inning, every at bat, every foul, every 3-point shot. Don't make it a referendum on whether the guy can play or whether the coach can coach. Have some patience.
All right.
Come on, Matt. You know the F in fan stands for fickle.
Mac just wasted his breath. You could have said anything that last 30 seconds, and you wasted it.
Don't get upset about what's on the news. Like, that's essentially what he said.
Oh, man. Fans will be fans. Mac, enjoyed it. We'll talk to you next Monday, man.
Thanks, guys. See y'all.
The Maxter, Coach Mac McCarthy, joining us on a Monday edition of Pirate Radio Live. When we return, Brandon Golden will get his thoughts on ECU's weekend against North Carolina, Ethan Norby's struggles, and a whole lot more when we return. Pirate Radio Live on a Monday after this.
Hi, I'm sure you heard the bells and whistles next door. We're just securing your neighbor's house with the smart home features like cameras and security.
I'm sorry, who are you?
Oh, hi, yes, I'm Mike with SCI Technologies. You know, Eastern North Carolina's premier security provider. We do fire alarm, audio, video, and security.
Oh, how can you help me?
Give us a call, 252-321-7006 for a complimentary quote, or you can email us at info@sciteks.com.
Great food, great atmosphere, and great service is Ottavola Market Cafe. Ottavola is simply a restaurant that focuses on that, being a great restaurant. There's something for everyone at Ottavola. The menu offers a variety of great choices like pastas, pizzas, sandwiches, soups, salads, and seasonal rotating selections. Lunch or dinner, Ottavola is always the right call. Call ahead and get Ottavola to go, or stop by the bar for a drink with friends. It's simple. Come and eat at Ottavola Market Cafe, Red Banks Road next to Food Lion, and OttavolaMarket.com. Ottavola, pirates supporting pirates.
Everyday children in Eastern North Carolina are fighting the unimaginable pediatric cancer. Riley's Army stands beside them, offering financial and emotional support, food cards, gas cards, and a community of care. But we can't do it without you. Visit Riley'sArmy.com to donate, volunteer, or learn more. Together we can bring comfort, hope, faith, and strength to these brave families and children. Riley's Army, because no family should fight alone.
Jeff Stein here at Brownwood Buick GMC. Pirate Nation, get ready. It's baseball season. You got hot dogs, apple pies, and GMCs. That's right, GMC 1500s. You got 0% or 20% off. $11,549 off when you have a trade-in, and we have over 50 to choose from. We have 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal to make sure you leave a happy customer. Only at Brown & Wood, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty.
The Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of the Pirates in the NC. Open at noon 7 days a week with live music. Come enjoy sports trivia with me, Clip Rock, every Monday. Tuesday and Wednesday, it's live local acoustic night, along with line dancing from 7 to 9 on Wednesday. Thursday, there's a brand new lineup with Singo starting at 8, followed by karaoke with DJ Dog. Ladies and free both Friday and Saturday nights with the best local bands in the area. Finish the weekend with free games and DJ Kids Scene.
Y'all come get bucked up.
I'm Sam Jones, and for more than 3 generations, my folks have kept the fires burning for Eastern North Carolina Whole Hog Barbecue. At Sam Jones, you'll find our smokehouse pumping out wood-fired meats, cooked fresh every single day. There are no freezers at our place. Everything, and we mean everything, is made fresh daily, including our sides, sweets, and sauces. Stop in and see us, and I bet you'll be able to taste our passion in just one bite. At Sam Jones Barbecue, you'll find plenty of smoke, but no mirrors.
At Langley Contracting, we're superior roofing specialists. Whether it's a new roof or repairing your old one, we've got you covered. And best of all, we handle your insurance claims. We are locally owned right here in Eastern Carolina. We are licensed and insured and have a 25-year roof warranty. We can handle your gutter installation too, so everything is seamless. Call or visit us online at 214roof.com for your free estimate today.
Langley Contracting, your superior roofing specialist.
It's bow time. We know there's a lot of breakfast sandwiches out there, but only Bojangles has the legendary Cajun Filet Biscuit. Shake things up with a boldly seasoned chicken breast on a fluffy, made-from-scratch biscuit with bow rounds and your choice of drink. So when you're craving something bold, something different, something that takes breakfast to a whole new level, the Cajun Filet Biscuit is waiting for you, along with crispy bow rounds and a drink. Order in the app or at Bojangles today. It's bow time.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. The Pirate Radio app is available now, powered by Carolina Caliber. Download the app today and have Pirate Radio at your fingertips. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Chico's Mexican Restaurant is where all the locals go for Mexican food and fun. You can grab your amigos and head to Chico's for the Gulf of Mexico every Tuesday. On Wednesdays, all Mexican imports are only $3.49, and on Thursdays is half-price house margaritas. For Mexican food and fun, it's got to be Chico's in downtown Greenville and online at chicosrestaurant.com. Now let's head back into PRL. Here is your host, Clip Rock.
What?
You suck. How about that?
Quarterback named Fernando. There's never been a good quarterback named Fernando, man.
There's a first for everything.
There's
never been a good radio host named Clip. How about that?
You are terrible!
Fair play, sir. All right. Coming up later on in the show, Mike Maniscalco will join us. We'll talk about USA hockey and the Carolina Hurricanes returning to action later on this week. But right now, we will hit our interview with Brandon Golden. Had a chance to talk to Brandon a couple hours ago. Talk Pirate baseball and more. Here is that conversation. All right, joining us today on Pirate Radio Live, host of the Brandon Golden Show. He is Brandon Golden. Brandon, how you doing, man?
I'm good, my man. How you doing?
Doing good. Coming off a 1-1 ECU baseball weekend. 1-1, I guess I should say. Thank you, Jared. And boy, the Pirates needed on Saturday, needed to respond at how Friday night went. So how about overall, Brandon, seeing what you saw between ECU and North Carolina? Pirates certainly look like they belong with the top 10 team in the country, and maybe a sign of positive things to come.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we can play with anybody. We have the talent to go out there and do it. And, like CG said multiple times, like they'll get rolling and they're going to be better. And they were. And, yeah, went out there and put it on them, in Durham. So I'm sure that was a pretty fun environment.
We were talking yesterday with Mike Mullis out at Tiebreakers about Kobe Weber and what to expect in start number 2. And I think he went around 60 pitches in start 1. We were expecting around that, maybe a little more. Can you talk about it from a development standpoint, but also a health standpoint, kind of watching pitch counts early in the season and why coaches do that?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, obviously, we're seeing it with spring training and stuff like that on the professional side as well. Like just being able to be built up to go out there and withstand and do the job and have the intensity on the body. You know what I mean? Like it's I kind of talk about it from like a marathon standpoint. Casey Mulholland, who does a lot of the workload stuff down in Tampa, Florida, talks about this all the time. It's like, Clip, if somebody asked me to go or you to go run a marathon to like right the second, like on this call, I'd be like, hey, I'm not ready. I'm not prepared. I'm not trained. But if they're like, hey, like, can I give you 6 months? Can you prepare for it? It's like, yeah, I could probably prepare to run, that many miles in 6 to 8 months. It's the same thing from the throwing standpoint, being able to have the volume and intensity on the arm and just the body, the overall workload that it takes to throw at that high of a level that these college athletes at East Carolina are dealing with. Like that's what we want. So we don't want to go out there and, throw a guy to the wolves and say best of luck with everything, which we obviously don't do in Greenville. The staff there, Coach Knight, CG, everybody builds the guys up so they can do what they need to do, and they're able to go out there and execute what they're ready for.
Brandon Golden joining us. Brandon, there are, freak injuries all the time. We talked to Jake Hunter recently about his injury a couple of years ago, and I talked about the frustration that I see on athletes' faces. It's almost more than pain sometimes. It's anger that, I know something just happened. Are they all freak injuries? Are there things you can do to avoid those things? I mean, kind of a big picture question there, but I guess how can pitchers, athletes train and also perform to which they can avoid those types of injuries?
Yeah, I mean, there's the only way to completely avoid an injury is to not play sports and just to sit there.
To sit in a bubble?
Yeah, sit in a bubble and don't leave the house. And, best of luck with that. But, Yeah, I mean, training and really preparing the body, kind of like we were talking about a second ago, clip from the just overall throwing side, like preparing your body for what's about to happen. There's a lot of times where folks are big or strong and whatnot, but they're not necessarily able to move in the correct way and some of those things. So I don't know Jake's specific, what led to that, but I mean, throwing a baseball down the mound as explosive as it is, like it's honestly a miracle that people don't get hurt more just because of how explosive that stuff is and how hard these kids throw and just the torque they're putting on their arm and how well they can spin the ball and just how talented they are. So, training and conditioning and just overall arm care has come a long way, but being able to have like a steady routine and just not getting too high, not getting too low with certain things and just kind of being as boring as possible with your development at times can sometimes be the best option because you know what you're going to get, how things are going to go, and you're prepared again for that next outing. So being adaptable to the situation where you're at, but also being able to train and prepare your body is huge.
And then there's the rehabilitation part of it, and some guys come back faster than others. And I always say, like, Adrian Peterson ruined it for everybody when he had an awful injury, came back early, and then ran for 2,000 yards. And like, that dude's just a freak, right? But
he is a freak.
Is it different? Bodies kind of work different ways. There's kind of a path you can take, but not everybody's on that same recovery path, right?
Yeah, 100%. Working in the minor leagues on the minor league, I guess, rehab side of things, like you see that a lot, Clipping. Like, and it's tough because certain guys will see, their teammates and guys in other organizations that are progressing faster than them, or they're not having pain when they're throwing or swinging. And there's no one way to go about it, but it's definitely an up and down type thing. And there's going to be some ebbs and flows with it. And just understanding that it's going to be a process. I think to your point about like guys coming back throwing harder, they have to rehab and they have to work on certain things and they have to be in certain positions in order to meet the benchmarks where they're at in the rehab process. So that's why that happens. It's not just like, oh, hey, go get the surgery. Like Tommy John doesn't make people throw hard. Like the surgery itself doesn't make people throw harder. Like the build up, the overall strength and conditioning, the overall rehab, to your point, like that's what can assist in that. And sometimes people never do that on the front end, which is why they had surgery in the first place.
And I brought that up because Jake had a very quick recovery, and we're happy for him and hope he does well with the Twins organization. Again, I was talking to Mully yesterday. I can't remember what pitcher exactly he was talking about that he spoke with the scout with. It might have been Savage or something, but they made the comment where they said, I wish he'd go ahead and get hurt now. Like, it sounds crazy, right? But do you understand that comment where – it probably will happen. Let's go ahead and get out of the way, clean it up, get stronger, and go. Like, is that a thing in baseball?
Yeah, I mean, I hope Trey never gets hurt. Number one, but like I've heard people say stuff like that, and it's one of those things that I always kind of like. I guess my antenna goes up with that as well. I understand what they're trying to say. It's like, again, like to the point of, if you throw super hard and you play this game long enough, you're going to experience some type of injury at some point in time, more than likely. We hope people can kind of stay away from that, but the more you're exposed to the high level stress, the higher your risk is. So I think oftentimes when you're dealing with a young prospect that throws really hard, that has some outlier stuff, it's like, hey, let's go ahead and if they have to get hurt, let's have them get hurt early on and kind of go from there. I'm on the other side of that. It's like, hey, let's keep people as healthy as possible, and if they get hurt, then we'll rehab through it. But I would never have that thought process of like, hey, they go ahead and get hurt just because that's not advantageous for anybody.
Brandon Golden joining us. Brandon, we've seen two subpar Ethan Norby efforts to start the season. I think he would tell you that, and we have high hopes for him. I think he'll bounce back. But any thoughts to Ethan's performances so far and what he can do to improve moving forward?
Yeah, I mean, look, I've known Ethan since he was in high school. He used to train in my garage with me before I got this place. So I know how he goes about his business. I know the work that he puts in. I don't have a great answer for why he's struggling. I think it's the game. You know what I mean? Like the game's really tough. He's a super talented player. I'm not in the locker room, so I don't know exactly kind of what's going on there, and I'm not, on the staff. But I see Norby as a kid that's going to be able to come in and be the ace for us. Like he is the ace. So it's going to be fun to watch and kind of see where he gets to. I think my biggest advice to him would just be do your thing and take a deep breath. Don't worry about the draft and go out there and do everything that he is doing and pitch one pitch at a time and just go at guys. Because when he does that and he's under control and he's in a good spot, he's one of the best arms in the country.
Brandon, one of my favorite things about doing what I do at Pirate Radio is seeing a guy come in as a freshman and then seeing the development and what they look like as a junior and senior, and more few and far between with the way the portal and things are now. But a very small sample size here with Sean Jenkins. But how about him from year one to year two? And man, he was lights out on Saturday. And there's been a ton of stories with ECU baseball with that. I always bring up, like, look at what Connor Norby batted his freshman year. Look at Carter Spivey couldn't get an out his freshman year. So there's a million examples of it.
Yeah, ton of guys.
And it's fun to follow. But man, I feel good for Jenkins and hope he can keep going. But I know you, as somebody who trains, that's what the number one thing, right? Just the development, getting better.
100%. 100%. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure he was supposed to be a senior in high school last year, and just like
he was 17.
Settling in and just understanding, like, hey, your stuff, it played last year, but, like, just going out there and attacking the zone. And, I'm super excited for him just to be able to kind of go out there and do his thing. And, it's been fun to watch. He's an amazing talent, obviously, or we wouldn't have brought him in a year early.
Brandon, I talked about this with hockey with Canes fans about, like, hey, it's cool to see Aho and the guys out there, but are you, like, worried about a freak injury and it killing a Stanley Cup chance? And that's kind of a selfish attitude. And they're like, no, it's awesome to see the guys play. And I thought about that with the World Baseball Classic. And you just said the only way to not get hurt is to stay in a bubble. But, like, I worry about Ronald Acuna belly flopping into home for his country and then getting hurt, not play for the Braves. But do you like the idea of these guys competing in things outside of their pro sports teams? Or as somebody who, deals with injury recovery, training, things like that, would you rather them kind of focus on just one thing?
Yeah, I think the opportunity that these guys are getting is unbelievable. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, like the Olympics and those guys going to win a gold medal. Like, I was down in Charleston this past weekend with George Mason, and we had that stuff on yesterday, and like all that stuff. It's awesome. The World Baseball Classics, super special. Got to watch some of that a couple years ago out in Arizona with one of our pro guys, one of our big league guys that we were training out there. But like they're playing for something bigger than themselves. I mean, I have my USA jersey right here from when I was, not my particular one, but one that they gave me that a bunch of guys signed when I was with the collegiate national team in 15 and then 21. But, like, you see those guys when they put, like, when Paul Skeens talked about it, like, whenever it was like, I don't have to think about it, like I'm in. Like, that's what he said. Like, I don't have to think about it, like I'm playing. So, like, they want to play for their country and they want to go do that. And I think for some of these guys, that's bigger than the pro side of things. And,
absolutely, yeah.
And it should be. I think it means a lot. So I think that's where it's just the art of it all on our side, on the performance side, is just, okay, this is what they're going to do. This is the problem we need to solve for. How do we best set them up for success and let them go do their thing?
Yeah, and I know you don't know the specific ins and outs, but being on that collegiate national team, I think about, like, summer baseball, where those coaches are talking to the college coaches about, all right, how do you want to use this guy, how many innings, things like that. I wonder how much communication there is between MLB teams and, the World Baseball Classic managers and things like that, as far as how the guys are used, especially pitchers, I guess.
Yeah, I would imagine a ton. You know what I mean? Like, I would imagine there's a ton of communication there because they want their guys to be able to come back the following time they do the World Baseball Classic and stuff like that. And just the GMs and the assistant GMs reaching out and saying, hey, here's what we're comfortable with. And ultimately it's the player's decision. But, going out there and playing for your country is pretty special. But I think there's a ton of communication clip.
Brandon Golden joining us today and gearing up for MLB season and college baseball season. Of course, a couple of weeks in, Pirates got the Keith LeClair Classic coming up this weekend. Brandon, how special is that weekend event for you being here as a former Pirate?
Man, it's there's not much better. You know what I mean? A lot of folks get to come in and they get to see really what East Carolina baseball is all about. And, you know, for me, like whenever I came on my interview, I remember, I was working at Charleston Southern, came there, met with Cliff, met with Coach Connors, and went by Dowdy Stores, and, you know, coaching third was sitting there on the shelf, and, you know, I'd already made my mind up that I got the job. So I got the book, I read it, and I didn't know Keith LeClair, but I feel like I've gotten to know him just from all the former players and CG and just the way that our program is run. It's a super special time. It's an emotional one. You know, when you see his family there, I'll never forget in 19 when, you know, we're playing Louisville in the Super, and, you know, his family walked in behind us, and I got choked up, and it's like, it's playing for something that's bigger than yourself. And I feel like we do that a lot at East Carolina, and we, you know, it's an us against the world mentality, and it's always been like that. And it's a special place, and that's why it's so special, because of the people that have come before us. And you know, Coach LeClair laid the foundation for that program, and all the coaches that he mentored and coached that are out there doing it now all across the country. It's pretty special. But for everybody to be able to come back to Greenville to celebrate Coach LeClair and his legacy is very special.
That's awesome. Brandon Golden joining us today on Pirate Radio Live. Brandon, a new episode of the Brandon Golden Show dropping on Wednesday. Tell us about our guest.
Yeah, Petey Montero. So Petey and I worked together in the minor leagues at the complex in Arizona with the Dodgers, and he's worked his way up to the big leagues. He's been able to do some really cool things. He's been a hitting coach in Puerto Rico, done some other stuff with the Dodgers, from AA to low A to the complex league. Now in the big leagues, doing a lot of stuff in the video room and just watching different tendencies and just helping the coaching staff. From LA, I think he talks about in the episode how he was at maybe 17 or 18 straight opening days. And then whenever he got to, you know, be on the staff and in uniform and all that good stuff, like he got to coach first base a couple times, like, you know, his whole family was there, and just how special that was. And he even gets a little emotional in there, you know, talking about it. And I thought that was really cool. Just because it shows how much he poured into getting where he's at. And I think so many times in sports and different movies and different stuff, like we feel our emotions. And I think that's a really, really positive thing. And if something moves you enough to tear up while you're having a conversation with a buddy, like that's pretty special stuff. So
yeah.
Pete is an absolute stud, and he's a good friend of mine. And I'm really excited for people to hear kind of his story about professional baseball.
Awesome, man. That's dropping on Wednesday. You can check it out, Pirate Radio TV on YouTube. Brandon, great baseball chat, man, and looking forward to plenty more with you. Well, I appreciate you joining us today.
Thanks for having me, man. I'll talk to you soon.
Brandon Golden joining us on Pirate Radio Live. And now that we're in baseball season, going to enjoy the chats with BG as we talk on the field performance, injuries, and everything in between. And he had some awesome words there about the Keith LeClair Classic coming up.
Yeah, I enjoyed my conversation with him last week, just because former strength and conditioning coach here at East Carolina, baseball side of things, going into a 5-game week early on in the season. I was just very interested to hear what he had to say. And
another big week. I mean, this needs to be a 3-1 week for ECU.
Yeah,
at minimum.
Yeah, Charleston, they're 3-5. I think we looked at earlier, but they beat Coastal.
Yeah, and, I mean, you never know about the midweeks.
No, not at all. But yeah, looking forward to a good weekend here. Hopefully, we can get 2 of the 3.
And Ethan Norby, that awesome start is coming. Hopefully, it'll be this Friday.
Yeah, started 0-2 last year.
There we go. Let's take a break. We'll come back. We'll get some of our new Blue Pirate report here, what Cliff Godwin had to say about the tie. And hear from Grady Linehan. Also a little bit of Sean Jenkins and more.
Yes, sir.
When we return, Pirate Radio Live on a Monday. Back with you after this. Doug Henry of Greenville is your premier used car dealership with over 300 vehicles to choose from and brand new inventory arriving daily to take care of all your needs. Doug Henry offers the best selection of used cars around, and it's easy to find right on the corner of Greenwood Boulevard and Memorial Drive. You can also find them at DougHenryofGreenville.com. Right on the corner and always right on the price. Doug Henry of Greenville.
Michaels & Gateway Cosmetic and Family Dentistry has been Greenville's premier dental practice for over 40 years. I am Dr. Chris Gateway, and our mission at Michaels & Gateway is to provide exceptional dental care with compassion, integrity, and innovation, ensuring every patient leaves with a healthy, confident smile. Doctors Michaels & Gateway are committed to providing an outstanding patient experience with every visit. Not only do we offer all your dental needs under one roof, in most cases, we can take care of those needs on the same day. Bring your smile to us at Michaels & Gateway Cosmetic and Family Dentistry.
Homeowners can face many challenges throughout this season, but our newest New Blue star, Dixon Williams, is here to slide in and save the day. Have a clog that's hitting a foul ball and nothing seems to be getting through? Dixon's fixing to get you flowing again. Feeling like your HVAC's in a slump? Dixon's sliding in to get your comfort back on track. Are swinging blind in a power outage? Dixon is delivering a power boost. So when problems arise, turn home strikeouts into home runs with New Blue Electric, Plumbing, and Air.
CopyPro, the professional office systems people, have been serving Eastern North Carolina since 1971. From Greenville to Wilmington, businesses trust CopyPro for reliable technology, award-winning service, and top brands like Konica Minolta and Ricoh. Need multi-function printers, document management, or network solutions? CopyPro delivers powerful tools backed by certified technicians and a team dedicated to your success. CopyPro, professional people, professional systems, powerful results. Visit copypro.net or call 756-3175 today.
It's time to shack things up at Burrito Shack. Whether you're craving bold burritos, tasty tacos, or crispy nachos, they got the flavor you're looking for. Made from scratch, chef-inspired, fresh Mex cuisine, served up with a side of laid-back beach vibes. Fast, fresh, and totally delicious, Burrito Shack is where flavor meets the coast. Located in the Lowe's Food Shopping Center in Winterville. Quick, crafted, coastal. Burrito Shack.
UBE and PirateWear.com are proud to offer the Pirate Nation its largest inventory of ECU merchandise and tailgate supplies ever. UBE has the best prices in town, so that makes UBE your one-stop shop for all things ECU. UBE does daily restocks of Champion, Adidas, and Under Armour. Don't forget to bring your young pirates to plunder the Crow's Nest, which is the only kids store dedicated to ECU. Plenty of free parking in downtown Greenville. Visit them online at PirateWear.com. Go Pirates!
Are you tired of dealing with IT headaches? Does this sound familiar? Phones, Wi-Fi, or email always acting up? Are you afraid of phishing scams, data breaches, or ransomware attacks? Every minute your systems are down, you're losing money. If you're nodding your head, it's time to call cybersharks.net. We handle IT so you can focus on growing your business. Fast, reliable, and always there when you need us. Call 321-7800 today and get IT support that actually works. Cybersharks.net. We keep your business swimming.
This is proud ECU alumni David Price of David Price Construction. As a leading general contracting firm, we specialize in commercial construction and renovation. Whether it's updating your office space, renovating your restaurant, or building a new retail store, our team at David Price Construction is ready to assist. We are committed to delivering quality, value, and customer satisfaction across all of our projects. So give us a call at 919-820-3612 or find us online at DavidPriceConstruction.com. Go Pirates!
What's going on, guys? This is Inky Johnson. You're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. The Pirate Radio app is available now. Powered by Carolina Caliber. Download the app today and have Pirate Radio at your fingertips. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Get a jump on Mustache March by stopping by UBE or PirateWear.com this weekend and purchase a special Strikeout ALS t-shirt. Proceeds from the new t-shirts will be donated to the ECU Baseball Mustache March Fund to fight ALS. The last 4 years, Pirate Nation has helped raise over $8,000 with this promotion, and our goal this year is to get over the $10,000 mark. Get to UBE or PirateWear.com right now and get your new t-shirt while supplies last. Now let's head back into PRL. Here is your host, Clip Rock.
All right, Shirley. Mustache March. Mustache March.
Mustache March. That's hard to say.
You went a little Mike Tyson one time.
A little final.
Mustache March.
Yeah.
AJ Brown, receiver. Oh, what stinks?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Odds for his team in 2026. The Philadelphia Eagles, his old team, the favorite at -150. Right after that, the New England Patriots +175. Yeah. And then you go down the list, 8th, 7th, 8th, 2, 4, 6, 8th on that list. The Las Vegas Raiders.
I'm good.
You are good on A.J. Brown. You guys need a receiver.
Yeah. I think you could get him in the draft. Go sign Alec Pierce from Indianapolis.
I like Alec Pierce.
Yeah.
Do you have you looked at the draft beyond Fernando? Do you have any guys you want?
is very crazy because, I'm normally...
Well, hold off as long as you can.
Yeah, I'm up on the draft in November, seeing what the Raiders could get, but we're number one.
When you have the number one pick, yeah.
Yeah, I did read this weekend that they're looking at one of the 2 Indiana receivers in the draft.
I like that idea.
Fernando.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. And, I think Alec Pierce would be a great addition. Romeo Dobbs is a free agent. Brian Thomas Jr. could be a name on the trade market. I'd like to go get him. We did Jacksonville a favor last season, giving them Jacoby so they can make a playoff push. Maybe
I'm sure it works like that. Like, we owe the Raiders. Let's do something nice for them.
Yeah. I mean, hell, you're not going to use them. Might as well send them off.
So Romeo Dobbs, man, he'd look good in that big, giant Raiders.
I just said he was a
Guardian
free
cap.
agent. That could be something they go to look at. I didn't say I wanted him. But yeah, I stay out of prison, and I don't really care what you wear.
What? Huh?
Henry Ruggs, man.
Oh, okay. I didn't know what you were.
He's up for parole. Maybe go sign him.
Hey, Mike Vick had a great NFL tenure after jail.
Yeah, kind of different. Mike Vick didn't kill a lady.
Yeah, but
Henry Ruggs killed that lady's dog as well, so maybe a little bit of similarities there.
Wait, really?
The dog was in the car, yes.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that was the most interesting part of everything.
This is a nervous laugh by me.
Before the family put out a statement, the family of that lady, PETA put out a statement. It's like, we condemn what Henry Ruggs did. Yeah, of course.
Well, I do feel like in a lot of cases, Americans care about their dogs more than other humans.
Yeah, which is absolutely absurd.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Jamie is willing to give Fernando Alec Pierce. Alec Pierce went to an American school? Alec Pierce. Cincinnati? Am I making all this up?
No, I think that sounds right. We could pair him back up with Trey Tucker.
Went to Cincinnati.
Who went to Cincinnati as well.
There we go. All right. I'm not crazy. Luke says mayonnaise and banana sandwiches look gross, but taste good.
Man, banana sandwich.
Joel says octopus. Yeah.
Calamari,
but that's usually fried, right?
Yeah.
If anything's fried, you don't really
squid,
see.
it's not octopus.
All right. Let's get to our New Blue Pirate Report. First of all, we need to hear from Eric Gullickson from WITN, who, man, I wish he was around for yesterday to ask Cliff Godwin about the tie.
Tie?
What a moment that would have been. An absolute electric moment.
Myself and Kaplan were doing that.
Why didn't one of y'all hit him with it?
It was fun because I asked the first question, which was just Coach thoughts on the tie, and it was kind of
tie.
Never thought I'd ever bring that up covering college sports.
New Blue Pirate Report brought to you by New Blue. They can help you out with your electrical, plumbing, HVAC needs. Contact them. Call NUBlue.com. New Blue Service Group, redefining service excellence. Let's hear cut one where Cliff Godwin talked about the process to end the game in a tie.
And when you go to home plate and you don't play another game with the opposing team, you either go, hey, we're going to play a halted game rule, which normally you have another game with that team, or, hey, we're playing straight up baseball. So we obviously went there. We don't have another game scheduled with them, which straight up baseball. So once it gets by 5 innings and you have weather, travel issues, whatever, now you're stuck with the result whenever the game ends, and that's why it ended in a tie. But like I said, man, it's all about the student-athlete welfare. Look, the competitor in me, you guys have covered us enough to know that, of course, we want to play. Our guys wanted to play, as Carolina's guys and coaches wanted to play, but not at the risk of getting one of our players or their players hurt.
That's bullcrap, Cliff. Carolina, they're scared.
I mean, I don't want to put it all on Gavin Marley, but he let up 2 runs. If we don't let up this,
I just can't wait till Marley pitches again and has his redemption song.
He's been great in these early parts of the season. Yeah, all right, we got it.
So yesterday at tiebreakers, I felt like Mully. It was a role reversal. I've never seen Mully kind of on edge because he's running the show, and I got to be Mike Mullis. So I was doing the one-liners and stuff, and he was doing the hosting part. And I feel like I said a Mully line, and it made him made him chuckle a little bit. Kobe Weber looks like 2 or 3 kids in a trench coat.
Yeah.
Like, man, that dude is all legs. Like, he looks weird up there almost. But Cliff Godwin was asked about Kobe Weber and his performance on Sunday. Cut 2.
Yeah, he was awesome. He was tremendous, and his pitch count was getting up, and we wanted to go to the bullpen. Obviously, hindsight's 20/20, but Kobe is he's continued to grow. Coach Knight, Jake Agnos have done a really good job with him, and Kobe's a worker, and it's just fun to watch, man. Go out there, and the moment's not too big for him and Grady Linehan, man. Both those guys played really well in front of big crowds this weekend.
All right, how about the team growing from the game 1 of the series to the end of the series? Cut 3.
I saw a lot. I mean, look, I said this yesterday after last, and I know you're new to Greenville and East Carolina, and I'm not picking on you, man, but it means a lot to the fans. It means a lot to our university, but it doesn't mean more to them than it does in that locker room. And when things aren't going well, especially with this group, it's a good group, man. They care. They've probably cared too much at times and has worked against us early in the season. But for them to come out and respond the way they did yesterday, I mean, if you've never watched East Carolina baseball play, that's what ECU baseball looks like. From the pitching side of things, from the defensive side of things, from the way we can put pressure on you in a lot of different ways offensively, man, that's what it looks like. And even when we're up 3-0 and then they get a big swing off, like our guys didn't flinch, man. They just hung in there, and then we get a big swing by Grady, and they're still in the game, and then all of a sudden, bam, we put up a 4 spot, and really that was, the nail in the coffin of yesterday. And then you come out here today, and we, get a lead. They tied up. We put up 2 more. Bogey had a big hit with 2 outs and 2 RBIs, and then we give it up. And it's a tie game. Unfortunately, the weather didn't allow us to finish it.
He mentioned Jack Vogely right there. And I feel like just because the rain delay ends in a tie, nobody's going to talk about it, but he hit a ball really hard and then fell right on his face.
Oh, he did. And was it the center or right? It was the center, I believe.
Yeah.
If the center fielder would have, which there's no way, but like if he'd have seen that somehow, came up through it to first, they probably could have got him. Yeah. Would that not have been crazy that instead of, a 2 RBI hit, right?
I think so.
But either way, a big hit like that, but there was 2 outs, so it ended the inning on a force play. No run would have counted. That would have been incredible.
Yeah.
But, we had a good laugh at that one as well.
Everybody in the stadium had a good laugh. I think the dugout even had a good chuckle.
So who's the new guy Coach Godwin was talking about?
Donnell, okay, Coley.
Okay. I'm new. We'll have to ask Donnell about being the new guy.
Yeah.
When we talk to him on Wednesday.
Yeah, we'll talk to him Wednesday.
Jamie says Marley threw 2 strikes in that inning that were called balls. One was no doubt a strike. I blame the ump for those 2 runs.
Yeah, man. Everybody, no matter what side of the aisle you were on yesterday, were saying, what the hell is this guy's zone?
Come on, Blue.
And Ethan Rose, he threw a strike that last pitch. They called it a ball.
Yeah,
and then the next last pitch, they called it strike. But everybody was fired up at that one that was called a ball. Like, what are you doing? What are you looking at?
Again, it's early. Let's calm down on Marley. Don't worry about a thing. Every little thing is going to be all right.
He's been great in his other appearances.
If there is a Civil War and he's drafted to the North, maybe he'll be a Buffalo Soldier. All right. Is that enough? Or do you need more? I need to pull up more Bob Marley songs. Huh. Zach, you have nothing to add to the show? You're just hitting buttons? All right. Let's get to cut 4. Cliff Godwin talked about Jack Herring's clutch hitting on Sunday.
Well, especially when you go first and second, no outs, and, Braden doesn't strike out much, and he punches, and then Grady punches. I mean, like, Carolina thinks they're out of the inning, or any team, and, Jack missed a home run by, 3 or 4 inches. But that was a big run because I felt like, the momentum would have swung into their dugout if we didn't score that inning.
All right, there's Cliff Godwin. Jamie has a request. Jared, if for some reason Marley assassinated former Colts and Broncos quarterback Peyton Manning, you know what he would say?
What?
I shot the sheriff.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Nice.
Jamie asked if I could work it in, and I did my best.
One more Cliff cut I want to hit. It's from Saturday. I asked.
Oh, what is this on the secret menu?
It's on the secret menu.
Wow. I don't have the secret menu.
I'm a regular. It's all about who you know, not what you know. I asked Cliff about Sean Jenkins' growth from now to from last time. Hit it, Shirley.
Yeah, we're just laughing about it. He's a different pitcher than he was last year. AK and Sean and I were just laughing. AK threw a split to Luke Stevenson, and as it was coming out of his hand, AK's like, no, and of course it was like a double off the wall or something. So Sean has worked his tail off, and he deserves all the success he gets.
I saw the video of the interview with Sean Jenkins, and we'll hear some of those comments. He looks like a major leaguer. You know what I'm saying? Like, he looks like a man-child almost.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He looks the part.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, man. I'm excited about that guy.
Even up there on the mound, I mean, he's fired up.
Yeah.
But I just want to, this is just for me to say, I didn't use Mike's yesterday. I used Mike's Saturday. No difference in the audio. I don't know. That was just crazy.
This is just you doing just a little tech talk with J-Bone.
Yeah, a little tech talk. It's just insane.
That big microphone wants you to think that you have to. Like, watch this, folks. I don't even need to use this microphone. You can hear me just fine out there, right? I mean, I don't know why we don't broadcast like this every day. Cliff Rock here, along with Jared Watkins. Sounds the same to me.
Yeah, it honestly does.
Maybe I should do my Marley jokes off mic. Maybe people will hear them better. I'll get more laughs.
But I mean, it doesn't matter what I use. I still hear the megaphone guys.
Well, I heard that yesterday because it was right in my ear.
Brother.
Brian Dilday. It was fun hanging out with him yesterday. Got a kind of a history of the megaphone as we hung out at Tiebreakers, and Mully will be doing that for, I believe, all road games. I'll check in and see if he's doing it tomorrow. He'll join us on the show, but I will be joining him once again at Tiebreakers for the Coastal Series. So come hang out with us if you're not going to wherever, Conway.
Yeah, I'm assuming for Fayetteville he'll be doing it this Wednesday.
So that's Wednesday, not Tuesday.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wednesday.
So Donnell won't join us then.
If he's going to Fayetteville, I don't know.
Right.
He doesn't cover all the games, but he'll write an article about it.
Whoa.
I have said that to his face. He's like, I didn't watch the game, but I wrote an article about it. I'm like, then how'd you do that?
Why are you exposing?
He said it on the air.
If I only talked about games I watched on this show, it'd be a short show.
Yeah.
Talk about ECU women's basketball, yesterday's baseball game, Houston, every Houston basketball game. I could.
Well, that's why I was pretty quiet while you and Mac were talking college basketball.
You didn't watch much this weekend?
I watched the second half.
You were
of Duke,
baseballing
Michigan.
it up.
Yeah.
That takes a lot of the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the weekend. I will be watching Houston, Kansas tonight. I'm excited, man. I hope the guys can bounce back. I've really become a fan of this team. I love Emmanuel Sharp. He's my favorite player in basketball. And I hope they can beat the Jayhawks tonight. Let's take a break. We'll come back. We got more on this and maybe J-Bone's secret menu. I don't know. But comments from Grady Linehan, Sean Jenkins, we'll hit those coming up in hour 2, or hour 3, I should say, along with Mike Maniscalco. We'll do a little On This Day when we return, presented by Ron Ayers Motorsports. Back with you, Pirate Radio Live, after this.
again sports. Buy, sell, trade. Great deals never felt so good.
So good, so good, so good.
I saved a bunch of cash.
Buy, sell, trade.
Using my gear like I never knew I could. Play It Again Sports. Buying and selling new and used sporting and fitness equipment for over 27 years right here in Greenville. Located on Greenville Boulevard across from the Nissan dealership.
Ready to take the road less traveled? This February, get behind the wheel of a new 2026 Subaru Crosstrek base at Capital Subaru of Greenville. Lease it for $250 a month for 36 months. And don't forget about the Subaru A Lot to Love event. It's all happening right now at Capital Subaru of Greenville off Memorial Drive or online at capitalofgreenville.com. Proud official partner of the ECU Pirates. Price does not include licensing costs or registration fees. See dealer for details. Offer expires March 2nd, 2026.
Hey Pirate fans, did you know there are thousands of special needs children and adults right here in our community that loves ECU athletics as much as you do? Robbie's Clubhouse is a local nonprofit organization that can turn your unused ECU tickets into a fun day for a family with special needs. If you can't make it to the next Pirate game, simply call 1-800-DIAL-ECU and donate and designate your tickets for Robbie's Clubhouse. Go Pirates!
College is hectic, but where you live shouldn't be. At Pirates Cove, you get your own quiet space and private bathroom. With 2 pools, a fitness center, EV chargers, the only student property with a new soccer mini pitch field, a business room for focus, and a quick ride to campus. No dorms, no drama, just the lifestyle you're looking for. Pirates Cove isn't just where you stay, it's where you live.
Hey Pirate Nation, are you in the market for a member-focused local credit union or making a switch from your existing one? Then explore First Flight Credit Union with branches across eastern North Carolina where all residents are membership eligible. First Flight members experience in-person service, competitive savings, and loan rates. Everything from automobile, boat, and home loans, First Flight has you covered. First Flight is more than just a branch. They're on a mission to take better care of our community. Stop by one of their local branches today or visit efirstflight.com. First Flight is insured by the NCUA and an equal housing lender.
Looking for the perfect getaway? Discover Washington, North Carolina, where small town charm meets waterfront adventure. Stroll along the scenic waterfront, explore unique shops and local restaurants, or kayak the Pamlico River at sunset.
From family fun to romantic escapes, Washington has something for everyone. Plan your next trip today at visitwashingtonnc.com and experience why they call it the original Washington.
Visit us in Washington. Your escape starts here.
After years in the making, the new Papa John's Pan Pizza recipe is ready. Introducing a new pan pizza with edge-to-edge cheese and toppings, a crispy garlic parmesan crust, and 6 cheeses. It's the perfect balance of a soft, fluffy interior dough and a crispy crust. You'll agree this pan pizza was worth the wait. Order the new pan pizza today from your local Papa John's. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's.
Hey Pirates, it's Lindsay Gray with Carolina Caliber. Warm up from the winter with hot manufacturer rebates and store discounts. Buy any new Winchester Super X pump, Wildcat, Expert, or XPR, get $25 back. Getting ready for turkey season? Buy any new Winchester Super X pump shotgun, get $50 back. Or bring in the heat with a Savage $100 rebate on a Savage Renegade shotgun. Don't forget 50% off Nomad turkey gear. Shop online or stop by Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville. It's a time-honored tradition.
This is CJ Mayhew, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. The Pirate Radio app is available now, powered by Carolina Caliber. Download the app today and have Pirate Radio at your fingertips. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Overtime Tavern is located on 1011 South Charles Boulevard, right across from the Sheetz gas station, and it's your go-to for all the game day action. Come hungry and leave happy with Philly cheesesteaks, glizzies, juicy burgers, and wings that bring the heat. Open daily till midnight, and on Wednesday nights you can join Clip Rock for sports trivia and test your game day knowledge. There's always time on the clock at Overtime Tavern. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here is your host, Clip Rock.
Had a chef salad lately?
She said my name. And to answer your question, no, Jared.
Wow.
I've been going lemon pepper wings pretty much every Wednesday night at OT's.
They're good.
I got an NBA pick tonight. Never good to use the transitive property, but Spurs went to Charlotte, lost. Pistons went to Charlotte, won. Pistons are a 1.5 point favorite tonight against the Spurs at home, and I'm going to go Pistons. Not solely because of that reason, but also the Pistons are really good.
Yeah.
And you're not going to get them against any other team at home. Minus 120 on the money line, so might as well take it.
Cade has been balling, man.
Yeah. He's up there, top 5 for MVP.
Top 5 for sure.
For sure.
I think Jokic had 32, 19, and 11 through 3
You're
quarters.
joking.
I am not joking.
He's pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think he'll be all right. On this day, presented by Ron Ayers Motorsports. On this day, boy, this guy's had bad luck in vehicles. On this day in 2021, he crashed his car driving south of Los Angeles, injuring both legs.
Tiger?
When was his initial golf clubs being thrown at the car wreck?
08, 09?
Yeah.
Crazy like it.
I know Zach knows this one. I'm going to ask Nick Bass this one. On this day in 2019, Argentine soccer star scored his 50th hat trick of his career.
Lionel Messi?
Correct. On this day in 2014, Canada won the Olympic ice hockey double. 3-0 victory over Sweden in the men's gold. And they have pictured this guy, who I believe is in a New York Islanders jersey, who was the New York Islanders star in 2014.
Is that John Tavares?
It is. That's why he's our hockey guy right there.
I got a question
well
for
done,
Nick and Zach. See who can get it first. In this, on this day in 1993, the album "Hard Working Man" was released. Whose album is that? Oh, y'all don't know ball.
Is that?
Can we sing a song from it, Jared?
I'm a hard-working man.
Do they have? It was one of those slow songs from that album that we like so much.
She used to be mine.
Yeah, I did my part to break her heart. She walked out on me and tore my world apart. She used to be mine. Yeah, oh, she used to be mine. Great duo in country music.
Oh, is it Brooks and Dunn?
Yeah.
Okay.
B&D.
That ain't no way to go. Whew, our time is coming. Boot, scoot, and boogie. By God.
By God. On this day in 2014, Jared, he won the Daytona 500, breaking his 55 race winless streak. It also was his second Daytona 500 win.
Denny?
No. He had one more than his old man.
Junior.
That was Junior. On this day in 1991, they became the first NCAA basketball team to win 1,500 games.
Nope.
UCLA?
Nope.
Carolina?
Nope. Nick, I'm going to ask you. Let's see if you know your history.
Okay.
On this day in 1988, this city gave this baseball team the right to install lights and play up to 18 night games. They were the last to have lights in Major League Baseball. Used to play all day games. And they still play a lot of day games today. Are you
I'm not really a baseball guy, no.
Zach?
No.
They play a lot of day games. Jared?
Braves?
No.
Only other thought I had was the...
Think of old stadiums.
The Yankees was my next guess.
The Dodgers?
No.
Sox?
Cubs. Still play a lot of day games.
Yeah.
But how about that? 1988, they didn't play night games until the late 80s, early 90s.
Wow.
Schwow.
How the times have changed.
It was a whole different world before you folks were born. By the way, what did I hear could happen?
Iran?
USA winning the gold for the first time in my life.
Wow.
Nice.
In our lives in men's hockey.
Then what was the miracle?
80.
Oh, that's right.
My birth.
It is. Childbirth is a miracle.
On this day in 1985, he threw a chair onto the court.
Oh, Bob Knight?
Yep.
Oh. Bob Stoops?
Nope. And on this day in 1985, this goaltender made his NHL debut for the Montreal Canadiens. One of the all-time greats.
Oh, is that Waugh?
Patrick Waugh. Well done, Nick Bass. You are a true hockey man.
I used to have a Islanders John Tavares jersey. That's the only reason why I remember that.
That is a factoid that I never knew I wanted.
That's what I'm here for.
Jared, on this day in 1968, he became the first NBA player to score 25,000 points.
68. Jerry West. Pistol Pete.
He's a center.
Kareem.
Nah.
Moses.
Wilt Chamberlain.
Wilt Chamberlain.
I believe this guy won 6 or 7 Daytona 500s. He won on this day in 1964.
Petty?
Richard Petty.
Yeah.
Had a lot of Daytona trivia last week, Monday. Zach, you want a trivia tonight?
I'll be there.
All right, good deal. We'll have some fun tonight at Dubuck. Looking forward to it. That was on this day, presented by Ron Ayers Motorsports. Go see Jimmy Stallings and the great folks at Ron Ayers. Looking at tonight, we've got we talked about Houston, Kansas, also North Carolina and Louisville. As starting to come down the stretch here, Miami of Ohio has remained undefeated, and I believe only have 4 games left in the regular season.
That's right.
Wow.
Man.
Up to number 21 today.
Can they do it? 4 games left. I'm definitely pulling for them. And they do say they were going to get creamed in the tournament. That's fine. But this team's worked all year and it's gone perfect. I think they deserve to play for the national championship.
I don't think they'll get anything above, if they do go undefeated and win the MAC, I don't think they'll get anything above an 11. But I think that's perfect.
Be an 11-6 game as an undefeated team.
That's right where you want to be.
Who are, I believe, St. Joe's with Delonte West and Jameer Nelson went undefeated. Has any other team, did Kentucky do it?
They lost to Wisconsin in the championship.
As an undefeated team?
Mm-hmm.
Did Wichita not go undefeated?
Maybe.
In 14?
Let's look it up. That'll be some good trivia. Maybe I'll break that out Wednesday night. College basketball teams, undefeated regular season. I want to say Kentucky did it. Wichita sounds right. I think St. Joe's. Let's see if I can find some how every undefeated team has done in the tournament. I think that's what this article is. I don't think East Carolina's ever done it.
Well,
all right. Most recently, Gonzaga did it.
Lost to Carolina.
2021. They went 24-0. Lost in the championship game, I guess, to Carolina. It was 2014-15 Kentucky. Lost in the Final Four.
Wichita did it, though.
Wisconsin. Wichita, 13-14. Lost in the second round. They were 34-0. UNLV, with the year they lost to Duke.
Certainly.
After winning the championship, were 30-0. Indiana State, Bird and Company, lost to Michigan State in the championship.
Mm.
And then, wow, how about, so Indiana is the last team to do it, undefeated, win a championship. That same year, Rutgers was also undefeated, 28-0, and lost in the Final Four. So there you have it. Some factoids for you. Other teams to run the table and win the championship: San Francisco, that would have been Bill Russell, 55-56. North Carolina, 56-57, Frank McGuire. John Wooden and UCLA, back-to-back year. I'm sorry, not back-to-back year, 63-64, 66-67. There's the back-to-back years. John Wooden, 71-72, 72-73. Did not lose a single game. Can Miami of Ohio be the next to run the table and win the championship? No, but it'll be fun to see how far they can go. We'll take a break. When we return, Mike Maniscalco will join us on the Turner Home Team Live line, and we'll talk more about the USA Hockey gold medals, Hurricanes, and more. Back with you after this.
What's up, Pirate Nation? This your guy, Rajay Harris, and my spot to fuel up for great food in Greenville is Basil's. Looking for lunch today? Basil's lunch menu features signature pizzas, pastas, sandwiches, and salads starting at just $11. After work, grab a dinner and drink with friends with delicious rotating shelves features and plenty of ice-cold specials at the bar. Eat local, drink local at Basil's, your community restaurant on Fire Tower in Greenville. Basil's, pirates supporting pirates.
The stifling heat of summer, the bitter cold of winter. What do they have in common? The extreme temperatures of both force your home's heating and cooling system to work overtime to keep you comfortable. And that can cost you a lot of money. Fortunately, your neighbors at Greenville Utilities have several ways you can save energy. And that means saving you money on your utility bills. Just go to GUC.com and look for ways to save. That's GUC.com.
This is Dr. Dixon from Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center. Our practice has been caring for the athletes at ECU and the residents of Eastern North Carolina for more than 35 years. Whether it's treatment for your sports injury or it's time for that joint replacement, Orthopedics East provides the latest in operative and non-operative orthopedic care. We also offer on-site physical therapy and MRI services, as well as walk-in urgent care on the weekends from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. For experienced and professional care, call us at 757-BONE or visit us online at orthoeast.com. Go Pirates!
Looking for your new go-to spot? Check out Fish Street Hardware Restaurant and Tap Room in downtown Greenville. Open Tuesday through Thursday 11 to 9, Friday and Saturday 11 to 11, and Sunday 11 to 5. Single on Tuesdays at 7, Wings and Trivia Wednesdays at 7, Outlaw Open Mic Thursdays 7 to 9 hosted by Lonnie Britton, and live music Fridays and Saturdays from 8 to 11. The Happy Hours Thursday to Saturday 4 to 7, 25% off all appetizers. Check socials and website for all information at Fish Street Hardware.
It doesn't matter if you're running drills at the park, playing pickup on a Saturday, or sinking the final putt. When you compete with your friends with Michelob Ultra on the line, competition isn't that friendly. The trash talk, next level, and the stakes, those are crystal clear. With only 95 calories and superior smooth taste, it's the ultimate trophy. Superior is worth playing for. Michelob Ultra, superior light beer. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025, Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Oh, dude, that home run just busted your windshield.
Yeah, I'm not worried about it.
You're not worried about it?
Yeah, I've got Brandon Manning and Farm Bureau Insurance.
Hey, Pirate Nation, this is proud ECU graduate and former baseball player Brandon Manning inviting you to join my team at Farm Bureau Insurance. From home, auto, or life, give me a call today and let's talk about your insurance coverage and about the Pirates. Call 531-1812 and go Pirates!
It's time to shack things up at Burrito Shack. Whether you're craving bold burritos, tasty tacos, or crispy nachos, they got the flavor you're looking for. Made from scratch, chef-inspired, fresh Mex cuisine, served up with a side of laid-back beach vibes. Fast, fresh, and totally delicious, Burrito Shack is where flavor meets the coast. Located in the Lowe's Food Shopping Center in Winterville. Quick, crafted, coastal. Burrito Shack.
East Coast Grading and Utilities is your source for clearing, hauling dirt, and concrete work. East Coast Grading and Utilities handles all sewer and water issues as well.
I'm David Vaughn. Whether putting in a new subdivision or helping you with any and all of your drainage problems, I can get the job done. Call me at 531-7494.
No job is too big or too small. East Coast Grading and Utilities. Friends helping friends. 531-7494 for East Coast Grading and Utilities.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, W224EI Greenville, WDLX Washington, and W281CH Washington. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Carolina Eagle Distributing, celebrating 150 years of Budweiser all year long. This Bud's for you from Carolina Eagle, serving the Pirate Nation since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Be sure to check out David Price Construction for all of your commercial or custom residential renovation and building needs. Run by ECU alumni, David Price Construction specializes in commercial projects, maintenance on facilities, and large-scale residential renovations and additions. David Price Construction, the proud ECU Home Services partner. Call them today at 919-291-5532 or visit them online at davidpriceconstruction.com. Now let's head back into PRL. Here is your host, Clip Brock.
Back with you on a Monday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Shirley Rhodes, Nick Bass, Zach Lewis, and J-Bone Jared Watkins here on a Monday, and we now go out to the Turner Home Team Live line and welcome on the play-by-play voice of the Carolina Hurricanes, Mike Maniscalco, joining us, I think for the first time since hockey got underway this year. Mike, appreciate your time as always. How you doing, man?
I'm doing great, Clip. Just coming off of watching the fantastic gold medal game of USA versus Canada, where it took long enough, 46 years for the gold to come back here, but now ready for the stretch run. And it is going to be a sprint to the regular season finish line for the hockey teams that are left in the NHL. 25 games, and it's going to feel like there's a game every day for the Hurricanes until we get to the playoffs. So I'm all for it. Man,
yeah, that's going to be exciting. And Mike, a couple of things on the Olympics before we move on to Carolina. Just, who thought that the drama from the women's game could even be matched or even greater on the men's side, the way the women were able to win it in overtime against Canada. Just an amazing goal to finish that one. And then the men say, wait, we got some drama for you too. The way both of them ended, you could not script a better book, a better movie for Team USA on the men's and women's side. How much did you enjoy watching that?
I mean, it was fantastic. It's what you hope when there's a game of that importance. It's what you hope you're going to get, that it comes down to the end. Don't get me wrong. I would have loved it if the United States, being a big USA hockey guy, I would have loved it if the U.S. would have cruised to 2 gold medals. But as a hockey fan, I mean, that's what you want. You want to watch edge of your seat. The next shot is the most important shot that you're going to see. Every play, every hit, it gets you involved into it. So it was exactly what you wanted. And, from the women that were so dominant throughout the tournament, to go into that game against Canada, Canada still, especially on the women's side, how many gold medals they've won and the great players they've had. But you just kind of had the sense that this was the U.S.'s year on the women's side. On the men's side, those are 2 great teams too. Right now, Clip, you go back to the 4 nations last year and everything that led up to the gold medal game. These are 2 teams, even though, it might not be the way that it used to be from the 80s when we were growing up or, that time frame. There's a dislike between the Canadian team and the U.S. men's hockey team. And then, maybe the U.S. are the agitators for it, but for whatever, it just adds a little bit more to the game. It's like out there for the Pirates. Everybody, we can all say we all live in the state of North Carolina, right? Everybody's friends, but the game's a little bit different when it's NC State, right? Or when it's Carolina. You can talk about, well, it's all good for here, but when there's that little bit of poke to it, that little bit of, we win this bragging right, this means more to us kind of game on the line. And then to have it end the way it did with Jack Hughes, who missing the 2 teeth, and Connor Hellebuck, who has been much maligned, stands on his head, plays a great game. Styles make fights. Canada comes out, they're throwing haymakers. The United States style was rope-a-dope. They're going to absorb the shots and counterpunch. And, it was just great hockey to watch. And you don't have to be a huge hockey fan to sit back and go, man, we were entertained by these 2 teams and what they gave us. And thankfully, we got such a great gold medal game. And for it to end the way that it did in dramatic fashion, and both of those gold medal games went to overtime, it was great stuff. I loved every second of it. If I'm not calling it, if I'm not working it, Clip, that's what I want to be entertained.
Yeah.
I was at during the entire Olympics.
No doubt. Mike Maniscalco joining us on the Turner Home Team Live line. This kind of sounds crazy to even bring up after the fact, but I did think about it during the Olympics, and the fact that, you've got Aho over there, you've got Jarvis, you've got others, and if you're the Hurricanes or a Canes fan and you're selfish just like everybody is in any nature, like, are you worried about injury? Would you rather have your guys here at home kind of resting, working out, rather than playing these important physical games? And I don't know, maybe if you don't send your guys over there because you're scared the hockey gods will injure them another way and the bad mojo. But Mike, is there any worry from like the league or from the organizations, the teams themselves, about players playing in this? Because like you said, it's now a full sprint to the Stanley Cup playoffs.
Yeah, always. I mean, I think that is the worst fear. It's the worst fear of the coaching staff. It's the worst fear of the league. The Olympics don't want players to get injured. And, the Kings, they suffered a tough injury. Kevin Fiala, who they need to score goals, looks like he's done for the year from an injury in that tournament. That's the last thing you want. But, yeah, it's on everybody's mind. Like, they'll even tell you, the coaches, the front office will tell you that is their concern. But the other side of it is, you want this opportunity for these players.
Yeah.
You want them to go experience this. And for Jacob Slavin, coming back, winning the gold medal for the United States, is now everything really going to fall into place for him in the second half of the season, because he's had a really tough start to the season due to injury, but he makes it through the Olympics and he's fine. Does Sebastian Aho winning the gold and being one of the driving forces for Finland, does this kind of spur him on in these last 25 games? Seth Jarvis, he doesn't need motivation for anything, Cliff, if you're around Seth Jarvis. But, for him to be a part of that team, to go through it, to watch how, the best players in the world go about their craft, and he's on that stage now. What does that do for him? And I think for the two Danes who are over there, Nikolai Ehlers, who I had a chance to talk to you this morning at practice, told me what a great experience it was. And, not happy that Denmark didn't medal, but, to go over there and play and represent his country. And then for Fredrik Andersen, I think that Freddie really had his game dialed in, and can he come back and get to it? I think everybody's good. I'm with you. I can sit here and tell you, no, I only look at the positive. No, you go into it and you hold your breath. Hope for 2.5 weeks that you can exhale and everybody comes back, and hopefully with medals or feeling really good about their game. And, knock on wood, that's the situation that the Kings are in. But the bigger picture is, the league in hockey still needs to grow, especially in places. It's huge here now in Raleigh, and with the success of this team for the last 8 seasons. But you want it because you want it in places like Dallas and Nashville for hockey fans to be entertained and then stay engaged during the season. Like Nashville's having a tough season. You wanted their fans to tune in for their players, to see how they were doing and what they're doing in other places like that. So I think it's a really good thing. I wish they could do this at a different time of the year.
Right.
Cut into the schedule. But, it's as much as you can point to, well, the NBA plays in the wintertime. Well, it's a summer sport. There's not a lot of ice hockey being played in, June and July in the Northern Hemisphere. So you got to put it in the winter games. Rod Brindamore said it too. You need it for the eyeballs. But for me, it's the timing. But, you're always concerned about it. But from all of the reports, the Canes are coming back healthy, and they're going to be ready for the stretch run here.
That is great news. Mike Maniscalco joining us. Mike, you mentioned practice this morning. How about the last couple of weeks? What have the Canes done? Has it been like daily practices? Is it a time of rest? How did the teams handle this?
They really couldn't start practicing until last Tuesday, Clip. So I think for the players, because everybody gets like a week off, which is really good. And a lot of the players, get some vacation time with their family, go to some place to just unwind, unplug. And we can talk about the physical recovery it gives you. I think it's more the mental recovery, because with the compressed schedule, there just really hasn't been a break where you can exhale and, look around for. There have been a few day breaks in the schedule, but it's either coming off of playing, it feels like, 10 games in 20 days, or you're playing, 7 games in 10 days after. Which seems like a ton, but that's the way that it's worked out. So Basically, just some practice and good hard practice. That's how the Canes are about it. They had an off day yesterday. They're back at it today. So, it's ramping up to get ready for that. But most of the guys, it's not like they went away for 2 weeks, Clip, and all they did was eat ice cream and cheeseburgers. These guys are in such phenomenal shape right now that, they'll take 4 or 5 days to maybe just hang out with a family and, go to a spot. And they all go to a place where they can get some sun for a little bit. At least it feels that way. And then they get back and ready to play. And this group is dialed in. They really are. But the league, every team is different. But, pretty much all of the players, if you were looking for an NHL player outside of Italy the last 2.5 weeks, you could either go to Cabo or Miami. That was every NHL player in the world were in those two places.
Mike Maniscalco joining us. It is February 23rd. The NHL trade deadline is at the end of next week, and Carolina's been aggressive in recent years. Mike, what do you think the roster looks like right now compared to what it could look like, say, by the end of next week? Do you think this team will make some moves?
Yeah, I always think this team is going to make some moves. And Clip, since you and I have been talking, I always tell you this team is in on everything. They kick every tire. They want to make sure that if they can find a way to improve, they'll do it. The question is, I don't know what's going to be out there and what's worth the cost, because this is, for the first time in a long time, there are more buyers than there are sellers. And what the sellers have, they're either going to drive up the price, or it's not really anything that I look at and say, well, it fits the Canes' need, where they're going to, what are you going to give up to bring this in? And yeah, there are areas that the team wants to improve in or could improve in just from, be me from my perch watching at it, where, yeah, if you could get this player or if you could get this position, shored up, you'll be probably in a better spot. But I just don't know what's out there right now. Every time I look at the big board, I'm like, well, I don't know if this is worth, 2 first-round picks and a player on your roster or your best prospect. I don't know if it makes this team that much better. And that's what the coaching staff and the front office are going to talk about for this next week of, if this player is available, is this cost worth it for the team? That being said, they'll make a move. They'll do something to bolster the roster to make sure that they've got the depth that they need. And I think that's the one thing that you take a look the last few years. Injuries happen in the playoffs left and right. You've got to make sure that you are comfortable with all of the depth that you have, because you're going to be dipping to your 7th defenseman or your 13th or 14th forward in the playoffs to get you through a game or a series. So we'll see where the Canes land on that. It might not be a blockbuster, and I know that disappoints somebody. We all love to make the big deal, but I don't know if that's out there for Carolina this time of year. But then again, last year I had no idea they were in on Mikko Rantanen. They made that deal happen, and then a couple of weeks later they had to flip him. So I don't rule this team out of anything. Will they make a move? Yeah, odds are they'll do something. I just don't know to what degree it'll be for this team, whereas moving the needle for a blockbuster trade or not.
Canes tied for the most points in the Eastern Conference, tied for second most points in all of the NHL. And hey, the big bad Florida Panthers, I guess, are in the way rearview mirror. That's good news. The other team in Florida, Tampa Bay, 78 points. Mike, how important is it to have the most points in the East? Are there any teams you want to avoid in the playoffs? I mean, the Canes are going to get in. At what point do you start looking at, okay, who are we going to face and things like that?
Well, I think you already start doing that. And you mentioned the Florida Panthers. There's this belief that they'll find a way. But you know what? In the words of Yogi Berra, if I can go to baseball, it's getting late early for the Florida Panthers. They're running out of room to try to catch it. It's not just points. It's the amount of teams they have to leapfrog. And they've been dealing with injuries all year long. I am going to say that it's not as important as it used to be. There are a lot of people who believe that there's this President's Trophy jinx, that if you have the best record in the regular season, you don't win the Stanley Cup. I don't buy into that. I just don't know if the way that things are set up this year, there's anybody you want to avoid. Like Florida would be the team I would normally tell you, but no, hell, give me them right now. Let's get them out of the way early instead of letting them get better and get on a roll, which is what they do in the playoffs. So I don't think that there's anybody you can take a look at in the wild card right now, and the wild cards would be Buffalo and Boston. Buffalo is going to have a jump, having not made, if the season ended today, and it doesn't, having not made the playoffs for 14 years. That town is going to go absolutely nuts for their first playoff game in 14 years. and they're a team that's got a lot of speed. They're going to be tough to play against, but they wouldn't scare me in a 7-game series. Boston's the same way. They've got some experience. They've got some good players. Got a great goaltender in Jeremy Swayman, even though he didn't look that good over in Italy. But it's a situation for me where if you're Carolina, you don't care who you play anymore. It's all about you and how you handle your business, Clip.
Mike Maniscalco joining us. Mike, I want to step aside and bring in the real expert. And intern Nick does an awesome job at Canes Prospects. If you're not following at Canes Prospects and you're a Canes fan, you need to remedy that right now. But, Nick, do you have a couple of names that Mike could be calling 2 or 3 years from now that he needs to, he's focused on this team, the playoff push, but how about some Canes of the future to keep an eye on?
So I have 3 that came to mind. 2 of them are playing with the AHL team right now that have put up really nice starts to their season, and 1 is currently in college. The 2 in Chicago, Felix Unger-Sorum has had a really good bounce-back year after his rookie season, moved back to the wing, and has been much, much, much better this year, mainly just adding weight and more confidence in his game. The guy in college, Charlie Serrato, everybody kind of heard of him at the start, unfortunately got hurt. Will miss the regular season, but there's a chance he's back for the postseason, depending on the rehab and everything like that. And then my wild card, who hasn't really gotten a lot of talk, is Dominic Badinka, who second rounder 2 years ago and has shown a lot of real improvements in his first full season in North America.
All right, Badinka Dink will be fun to say if that comes to fruition. Mike, how much, with everything you've got going on in the now, do you kind of look at, hey, down the road, what the Canes might have?
That would be in the off season.
Yeah,
Clip because I'll check in on Chicago, especially as Nick brought up Felix Unger-Sorum, and if we're going to go down this road, take a look at what the Canes had to do this year. And Nick, be honest, as the prospects guy, you have Joel Nystrom making the impact that he did for the Canes this year, because not a lot of us did. I know Kevin McCarthy, who is now a special assistant to the organization, loves him and said if he gets a chance, he can play. But, this is a group right now that has a bunch of guys who you can count on. But, yeah, Nystrom wasn't a guy who I think was on anybody's radar at the start of the year.
I had liked a lot of what I saw in his last season in Fargestad, and then the transition to North America at the end of last year. There was a lot of good in his game. You saw a lot of the same calmness and everything, but the pace was kind of the thing that tripped him up. But this year, obviously, he's gotten used to everything. Everything within his game is just taking that step quicker, and now you can just see how calm he is under pressure, how he moves the puck, how he handles himself, and how he kind of turned himself into like the perfect, 7th, 8th defenseman for an NHL roster.
Yeah, but you didn't see this, right? You didn't see him coming in.
No. I was still a year or 2 out.
And I brought this up last week. Nikishin made his debut in the postseason, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah. Nick, any chance of that happening with a guy this year?
Probably not.
Yeah.
Not this year.
No, not this year. They're the way that they're equipped. It would be. And, maybe, and we'll see how Charles Alexis Legault is coming from his rehab from that terrible hand injury that he suffered in Toronto. But, he was a guy who, when I watched him, he was getting better every game. And you talk about the pace, that's the difference. Like when you mention how are these players going to adjust, like I always, when people say, well, this guy killed it in junior, or this guy was great in the Swedish Elite League, or he was great, it's the pace is completely different to the pace that you get in the NHL. It just is. So how quick can you adapt to that pace and then get to your game? And I think that's one of the things that Nystrom did this year. Once he figured out that his game translates to the NHL pace, how he has to play it, you saw him just be a steady Eddie guy. He became an offensive lineman for me, Clip. If I didn't really call his name, he was doing a really good job, right? You don't want a young guy taking penalties and things like that. And then he's got a great shot. He started to get that confidence. Same things with Charles Alexis Legault when he got to that point. You started to see him get really comfortable in his own skin. Everybody loves Bradley Nadeau. I think he's going to be a goal scorer in this league. I think that Felix Unger-Sorum, they wanted to move him to center because Nick can look at the depth chart organizationally and tell you that there's just not a lot of center depth with the Hurricanes right now that you can look at and say they immediately plug and play at the NHL level, but they've got a ton of talent on the wings. And more of that coming. So you take a look at those players, where they can fit into it. I think Felix Unger-Sorum first off, is he even 17 yet? I'm joking, but it's like he was drafted. I think he's a 15-year-old when you get a look at him, and he was the youngest kid who they drafted, and he makes the transition over to the a North American game, and what he is really turning into. I think he's going to be a great two-way forward who can put up some good points. I just don't know when you look at how the Canes roster is set as we're looking ahead to next year and beyond. There's not a ton of room as far as the contracts go. In top 6 room for players right now. Logan Stankoven and Jackson Blake are signed. Andrei Svechnikov is signed. Sebastian Aho is signed. You take a look at these players how they fit and where the room is for them. Nikolai Ehlers is signed. There's not a ton of room for all these guys to get here. So if anybody who earns their way onto the team right now, who's either a prospect, like you mentioned, Charlie Serrato, I hate that he had an injury this year because all of the talk, and especially if he could have played with McKenna the whole season, what that could have done and raise his profile and his confidence. But, those are things maybe he'll come back stronger for. The way that this team is built, though, they can let these kids cook. You don't have to. This isn't the old Carolina Hurricanes clip of like 15 years ago where, he had a really good season in, the Finnish Elite League, or he had a good junior year. We need to see if he can play in the league right away. You can let these guys get bigger and stronger and figure out their game either in the AHL or keep them over in Europe for a while or let them stay in college. And it's a good place to be in. And the cabinet's not bare. There's just no reason to start opening anything up right now.
Canes fans got to be happy to hear that. Future very bright along with the immediate future. And Caniacs got to be fired up about this start to the post-Olympic break because you got Tampa Bay Thursday night at home at 7 o'clock, then Detroit 7 o'clock at home on Saturday before a long road trip. Mike, I saw, this is like a good sign, I think. This is like the groundhog. I saw Petey Pablo last Sunday at the Buccaneer Music Hall while I was hosting sports trivia. So I think that means like 3 more months of Canes hockey anytime you see Petey Pablo in public. So he'll be raising up.
If we could make that 4 more months of Canes hockey.
Is that what we need? Okay, 4. Maybe that's what it means. Yeah. Mike, we don't talk to you too often, but man, every time we do, you are a guest of the year candidate. We really enjoy having you on and appreciate you, man. And I know you and Tripp are fired up, ready to go after your long layoff, right?
Cannot wait. The batteries are fully recharged for both of us.
Good deal. Thank you, Mike. We'll talk to you again down the road, man.
You got it, guys. Thanks for having me. Take care.
Awesome stuff with Mike Maniscalco. Great info from Nick as well at Canes Prospects as we talk Canes hockey. Jarrett, you informed? You ready to go for the rest of the year?
Yeah.
You're not even a bandwagon guy, and I respect you for that. You're just not into it. But man, I love some. If we could get Hurricanes hockey and a Hornets playoff series going on at the same time.
Yeah.
Hell, have we ever had that before? I don't think so.
2016, what they do in 2016?
So the Canes, they hadn't started their playoff run. I don't know if we've ever had.
There was the one year where we were the Bobcats and got swept by the Heatles. Maybe that year. That was like 13,
the Canes went on 13, a long drought, like a 10-year drought.
So yeah, probably never.
Yeah. I am ready for that when it gets hot here in a few months.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't care about hockey. Like, that's my thing.
I understand. Understood.
Like, as a Hornets fan, I love when, I mean, it's only happened twice, but when we get good and people start jumping on, like right now.
Yeah. I'm postseason clip could be in full form with the Canes. They should have a lengthy postseason, and Hornets get a good matchup. You never know.
I think
I'm just excited for some home playoff games and for that building to be excited for Hornets basketball.
The NBA wants Pistons-Hornets conference finals.
Yeah. We need a brawl. We need a Malice at the Palace Part 2.
Rectum in the Spectrum.
Let's take a break. We'll come back. More to go. Pirate Radio Live. More of our New Blue Pirate Report, Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard, and your comments when we return after this.
Over
Overtime Tavern is the place to be for great food, cold drinks, and all your game day action with over 10 TVs. Swing in today and try a mouth-watering burger, glizzies, wings, or check out their daily specials featuring some of the best items on the menu. OT's has a weekly lineup of entertainment starting Tuesday with Singo, Wednesday is sports trivia with Clip Brock, and Thursday's local acoustic acts playing the tunes. OT's is located on Charles Boulevard across from the Sheets and is open daily from 11 a.m. to midnight. There's always time on the clock at Overtime Tavern.
The convenience of Pitt Greenville Airport is waiting just outside your front door. Service is back, so you're connected to destinations worldwide through flights from American Airlines. Plan your next trip. Book your flights today at flypgv.com or aa.com.
Good news, business travelers. PGV and American Airlines has added a new early morning flight available now. Book today at aa.com and be on time for that connection in Charlotte. Fast, convenient, and close to home, PGV has American flights perfect for your next trip. PGV, where the Pirates fly.
East Coast Grading and Utilities is your source for clearing, hauling dirt, and concrete work. East Coast Grading and Utilities handles all sewer and water issues as well.
I'm David Vaughn. Whether putting in a new subdivision or helping you with any and all of your drainage problems, I can get the job done. Call me at 531-7494.
No job is too big or too small. East Coast Grading and Utilities. Friends helping friends. 531-7494 for East Coast Grading and Utilities.
Phelps Chevrolet is the dealer to see for a car or a truck or an SUV. The best service and quality. That's the Phelps guarantee. Phelps Chevrolet, the name you can trust. Phelps Chevrolet, you can count on us. The name you can depend on. Phelps Chevrolet.
Get you one.
You've had your new computer a few years now, but lately it's been running super slow, acting strange, and you're worried about viruses and losing data.
This is driving me mad.
Let the experts at University PC Care in Greenville and New Bern professionally diagnose your Mac or PC to see what's really going on. They'll determine the root cause and not just symptoms, so you don't waste money fixing the wrong issues. Call 252-558-1280 for in-store or remote service, or make an appointment online at universitypccare.com.
Need to sell your house fast without fixing or even cleaning it? Call the Turner Home Team.
Hey, this is proud ECU alumni Justin Turner with the Turner Home Team. We buy houses as is in any condition for cash, and we can close in just days. As a real estate investor and licensed agent, my team and I can give you options when you need to sell. Sell fast or sell for top dollar. You choose what's best.
Call Turner Home Team or visit theturnerhometeam.com. They'll make a no-obligation cash offer for your home today.
Turner Home Team. Pirates supporting Pirates.
If you're looking for a delicious home-cooked country breakfast or lunch, look no further than CD's Grill. CD's Grill in Winterville has the best country cooking around. Start your day with CD's mouth-watering homemade cheese biscuits, eggs cooked to order, and pancakes so big and fluffy there's no way you leave hungry. Open Monday through Friday from 5:30 a.m. until 2 p.m. and Saturday from 5:30 to 11 a.m. CD's has lunch specials and an all-you-can-eat salad bar. Stop by, say hey to owner Jason Brown and the CD's crew. CD's Grill, 111 West Fire Tower Road in Winterville. CD's Grill, the best country cooking around.
You know Pip Printing for custom printing and marketing, but do you know they also do custom apparel? Need a company store for your employees, team, or just to sell your custom apparel online? Pip has the team in place to get that up and running for you in no time. Come into our store at 3185 Mosley Drive in Greenville and check out the clearance sale on jackets and coats. Brands by Cutter & Buck, Gildan, and Carhartt with some items as low as $10. At Pip, we do a lot more than you think. Call or come out to see the We Do people at Pip Printing.
Hi, this is Phil Steele of Phil Steele's College Football Preview Magazine, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Carolina Eagle Distributing, celebrating 150 years of Budweiser all year long. This Bud's for you from Carolina Eagle, serving the Pirate Nation since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Do you want to get rid of wrinkles? How about tighten and lift your skin or smooth your skin texture? Well, contact the licensed professionals at Beauty Bar Medi Spa for a free consultation and ask about their newest technologies and treatments. Beauty Bar Medispa on Red Banks Road in Greenville. Enjoy your visit. Love your transformation. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here is your host, Clip Brock.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live. Coming off a 1-1-1 weekend.
Never lost the series.
And I still saw on a Facebook comment, a tie's like kissing your sister. I really think we need to, in 2026, just kind of think about what we're saying, what we're typing.
Like, what does that even mean? Like kissing your cousin? Okay, hey, mistaken.
I don't want to say what it means.
But like, there's some good things to a tie. Kissing your sister, nothing good there.
Thank you, Jarrett.
But kissing your cousin, I feel like that'd be a better analogy.
I think we can just move on from the kissing part. Maybe it's like, I feel like we could do better.
Yeah.
We could probably do better.
You have?
How about kissing your dog?
Ew.
Nah. But to see the joy in the dog's face, I don't have a dog, but I don't have a dog in the kiss.
Dog's pretty happy licking his own ass.
That's true. Probably rather be doing that than kissing a human. Okay, again, yeah, let's go away from the kiss then. What can we, let's come up with a new phrase. All these old phrases are dumb anyway. Let's come up with some new stuff.
It's like winning $1 on a scratcher.
Yeah, and you paid $1.
Yeah.
So, okay. Man, that tie is like winning $1 on a scratcher. Mm-hmm. It's a fun saying. It's fun to say that.
Yeah.
Look at what you just did, Jared.
Still rather kiss my cousin.
Can I see this cousin? What's his name? Mike P says, would you rather win the silver medal or the bronze medal? With the bronze, you at least get to win your last game. I would go silver.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like silver, that's excruciating. Oh, yeah, you were that close.
So you go bronze?
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of like winning $1 off a scratcher at that point.
It's kind of like kissing your cousin or your sister. I don't know what the range of family is.
Would y'all rather win a silver or a bronze?
Silver.
Silver looks cooler.
I'm kind of leaning towards the bronze.
Because of
how important the game is. To lose the last one, the silver doesn't even mean anything at that point. Silver like when Canada posted "Silver shines brighter," you just look stupid at that point.
Yeah, why would you even just put up the graphic and say final?
Just final, done. We're silver medalists. The end.
I feel really bad for that bronze medal team that lost. The losses keep piling up.
Yeah. Who won the bronze?
Finland.
6-1, right?
It was bad.
Ahe.
He did score the opener.
Who'd they beat?
Czechoslovakia.
Oh, I thought it was Slovakia.
Sorry, just Slovakia.
Czechoslovakia.
I'm more. Yeah.
We're bringing it back.
Where?
The Balkans, baby.
Jamie says you can make more money selling your silver medal. Well, maybe they want to keep the medal, Jamie.
Yeah, jeez. Not everything's about money.
Yeah, Jamie.
Greedy.
All right. Let's get back to our new Blue Pirate report. Speaking of greedy, how about Grady?
Yeah.
Grady Linehan was a little greedy, stacking up RBIs in the game on Saturday. Wearing that left field out.
Yeah. Okay. Hitting. Yeah. He plays center. I got confused.
Well, he was wearing the grass out, I guess, in center, running around, but wearing that wall and beyond the wall out in left field from the bat. And the hero of Saturday's game talked about his performance in the win over North Carolina.
I was really just pulling for my guys, man. We've been going through it a little bit, and it was really special to kind of see us pull together and come out with a big win there. So really just pulling for my guys and trying to do whatever I can to help us win.
All right. How do you slow things down at the plate when you feel the pressure to perform offensively? Cut two.
Really just controlling our breathing, not making it bigger than what it is. Obviously, we talk about it a lot. You know, we play against ourselves. We don't play against anyone else. So really just kind of making the most of the moment and being able to slow things down.
All right. What was it like to hit your first home run? Cut three.
Special timing, absolutely. I mean, the fans are incredible. You know, I've only been around for a few games, but I've known for years that these fans are unbelievable, and I'm so happy that they were all here to help support us today.
And how easy is it for the team when a guy like Sean Jenkins is doing his job on the mound, cut 5?
Oh, it's awesome. I mean, Sean's been incredible for us so far, and he makes it easy to go out there and play defense for him, and just really bringing the energy to carrying it over into the lineup. Sean's been incredible.
Linehan's name came up quite a bit this offseason. Jared, I feel like Parker Bird and others mentioned him. Aaron Fitt while we were previewing the season, and man, good to see him. I thought he might be in a bunting situation on Saturday when he hit that home run. So good to see him go long ball there in that spot.
The cool thing, it was before the triple. Braden Burris gets on base, and I tried to read lips, but I didn't really know what Braden said to him. But he kind of just had some words of encouragement. Kind of said, I know you got this. Let's take it home. Let's bring it in.
Bring it in. Bring it on in. And Sean Jenkins, who we've talked about quite a bit. Jared mentioned that he showed some emotion on a Saturday, and not usually an emotional guy. So what made him emotional? Cut 1.
The environment was awesome. We were playing well. The offense obviously gave us a lot of momentum. So I think just kind of a combination of all of that kind of brought it out a little bit.
Kind of like Maniscalco talked about USA beating Canada and ECU playing Carolina and State. The emotion comes out, and we saw it a lot this weekend. Even again, I bring up that moment with Irby and Lynch yesterday, the Carolina pitcher. They were staring each other down after each pitch, and I think it adds to it. It makes it more exciting to me.
Yeah, especially, in a ballpark like that kind of environment. ECU very much outweighed the UNC fans. I'd say 90-10, maybe 100-0. I don't know.
We heard Linehan talk about Jenkins. How about Jenkins talking about Linehan and his performance on Saturday, cut 4?
He's so composed. Coming from high school, like how these crowds and how big these games are, like you'd think that he's playing in front of nobody, which that's really good to see.
2 young guys there, Jared.
Yeah, young whippersnappers getting the job done. I kind of wanted through. What? 8 games? Who is your MVP?
Man.
Because I would go probably Jenkins or Burris. Or maybe even Jack Herring.
My guy to start the year was Jack Herring. Yeah. And I don't know if he's MVP worthy, but he's been pretty solid for this ECU team, I would say.
Yeah. I'm going to go Jenkins just because I was excited to see him this offseason and just the hot start he's gotten off to. Very excited about that. And, it was kind of an up and down thing for him last year. And I feel like now he's got a really strong belief in himself and the team behind him.
Honorable mention, Kobe Weber.
Yeah.
Got the team's first win when they needed it.
Yeah.
Started in that game 3 and then went 4 1/3 yesterday, but to do that on the road against the number 10 team
in the rainy cold, man.
Yeah, we've probably understated that a little bit. So there's some honorable mentions, but who's your MVP, Zach?
Braden Burris is batting 500.
That's what I'm saying, easily. Man. Like
he's crazy.
I think it was like Friday. It's like close to like Braden didn't. Maybe it was Friday. Maybe it was a different game. I don't know. But like Braden didn't play his best. Still got on base like 2 or 3 times. Like it's insane.
Yesterday had a swinging bunt and then a crisp single up the middle. Like he'll do it different ways too.
Yeah.
I think Walker Barron, has been a surprise also. He's batting 400 right now.
Yeah.
And nobody's really noticed it because he's just doing it silently.
Started a big rally on Saturday.
Yeah. I asked about it, I believe, one of the midweek, I think after one of the games Saturday, that doubleheader, and Cliff said that it wasn't that good of a performance. So, yeah, he went 3 for 4.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
So, he said, I guess you guys just look at the box score, which
that's what I do.
Yeah,
pretty much. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back. More to go. Pirate Radio Live on a Monday. Back with you after this timeout. Chico's Mexican Restaurant is where the fiesta never ends. Grab your amigos and head to Chico's every Wednesday for shrimp tacos for only $11.99. Plus Wednesdays, all Mexican imports are just $3.49. Thursdays, enjoy your favorite beef, chicken, or vegetable fajitas, also just $11.99. For Mexican food and fun, it's got to be Chico's Mexican Restaurant in downtown Greenville and online at chicosrestaurant.com. Chico's, where the fiesta never ends.
Greenville Motor Company celebrating 40 years serving the automotive needs of Greenville and Eastern Carolina. Here is Greenville Motor Company's Brian Cook.
We have complimentary multi-point inspections included in every visit. Comfortable waiting room area, free Wi-Fi, refreshments, and TV while you wait. Shop on our website, apply, and schedule from the comfort of your home.
Greenville Motor Company, locally owned by the Cook family, right across from Greenville Nissan at 1000 Southwest Greenville Boulevard. Go to driveherenow.com. Driven by service, powered by trust. Greenville Motor Company.
Michaels & Gateway Cosmetic and Family Dentistry has been Greenville's premier dental practice for over 40 years. I am Dr. Chris Gateway, and our mission at Michaels & Gateway is to provide exceptional dental care with compassion, integrity, and innovation, ensuring every patient leaves with a healthy, confident smile. Doctors Michaels & Gateway are committed to providing an outstanding patient experience with every visit. Not only do we offer all your dental needs under one roof, in most cases, we can take care of those needs on the same day. Bring your smile to us at Michaels & Gateway Cosmetic and Family Dentistry.
Beauty Bar Medi Spa specializes in non-surgical aesthetics. Our expert team of licensed professionals are dedicated to offering personalized solutions, giving you natural-looking results. If you've ever been curious about lip filler, now is the perfect time to explore it. For the entire month of February, enjoy special savings thoughtfully customized to enhance your natural beauty. Never overdone, always you. Not sure where to start? We offer free consultations, giving you the opportunity to ask questions and create a personalized plan just for you. Call Beauty Bar Medi Spa today or book online at beautybarmedispa.com. 1021 Red Banks Road, Greenville. Go Pirates.
It's Budweiser's 150th anniversary, and we're celebrating with a Heritage Can Series that honors our legacy of being made of America. Collect all 4 designs. For 150 years, this Bud's for you. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2026. Anheuser-Busch. Budweiser Lager Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Carolina Eagle Distributing is celebrating 150 years of Budweiser all year long. For 150 years, Budweiser has been the heart of America beer culture, bringing people together across generations. Cheers to 150 years. This Bud's for you from Carolina Eagle, serving the Pirate Nation since 1989.
What's up, Pirate Nation? This your guy, Rajay Harris, and my spot to fuel up for great food in Greenville is Basil's. Looking for lunch today? Basil's lunch menu features signature pizzas, pastas, sandwiches, and salads starting at just $11. After work, grab a dinner and drink with friends with delicious rotating chefs features and plenty of ice-cold specials at the bar. Eat local, drink local at Basil's, your community restaurant on Fire Tower in Greenville. Basil's, Pirates supporting pirates.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Danny Beal, and the best place to go for custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items is University Sportswear. University Sportswear was easy to work with when I needed my custom t-shirts. From start to finish, University Sportswear provided superior customer service and a quality product that cannot be beat. If your business, organization, or event needs t-shirts or promotional help, then you need University Sportswear. Visit universitysportswearenc.com for contact information. Go Pirates!
This is Dr. Christopher McDowell from Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center. Our practice has been caring for athletes at ECU and the residents of Eastern North Carolina for more than 35 years. Whether it's time for your sports injury or it's time for that joint replacement, Orthopedics East provides the latest in operative and non-operative orthopedic care. We also offer on-site physical therapy and MRI services, as well as walk-in urgent care on the weekends from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. For experience and professional care, call us at 757-BONE or visit us online at orthoeast.com. Go Pirates!
This is Coach Steve Shankweiler, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Carolina Eagle Distributing, celebrating 150 years of Budweiser all year long. This Bud's for you from Carolina Eagle, serving the Pirate Nation since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. If you're cruising around town or headed out for a weekend adventure, make sure you're riding in something you can count on from Capital Subaru of Greenville. From brand new Subarus with legendary all-wheel drive to quality pre-owned vehicles, Capital Subaru has your back. Stop by Capital Subaru of Greenville today or visit capitalofgreenville.com. Capital Subaru, love what you drive. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here is your host, Clip Barat.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live. Seen any new movies lately, Jared?
Saw one last Thursday. Good luck, have fun, don't die.
Yeah, I've seen the previews for that. Looks pretty wild.
I don't think you would enjoy it. I don't think it's not anything I would recommend.
I've seen movies like that I kind of enjoyed that I wouldn't recommend to people.
Yeah, but I just like the overall messaging of just AI is evil. It's gonna kill us all and cause the downfall of humanity.
All right, I'm pretty sure I saw that in Terminator 2.
Yeah, I said to somebody it was kind of like a mix of Groundhog Day, 12 Monkeys, and Terminator 2.
Groundhog Day. No, I love movies with like a time loop.
Well, it was like if it was just one day in the time loop. Because like it starts and ends with the time loop talk.
Gotcha.
But yeah, a lot taken from 12 Monkeys, the Bruce Willis, Brad Pitt picture.
I think I've seen that, but I need to watch that again, I think.
Yeah. So that one's good. That's one I would recommend.
Yeah.
But this one just got like weird and kind of messy towards the end, but it wrapped up well.
All right. Seen nothing new lately.
Yeah.
I watched the documentary.
Just been busy.
Which I did refer to. I put out a tweet about me watching my favorite sports teams. I don't know if you saw that.
No.
Okay.
What was the documentary?
It was about a murder in Louisville, Kentucky.
Okay.
And it was pretty weird. But it was on HBO Max, I believe, that I watched the other night. But yeah, I watched a lot of college basketball over the weekend, along with some ECU baseball.
Watched a lot of Game Show Network when I wasn't working. We like to do that about 1 o'clock in the morning. Turn on some Family Feud.
Let's go around the horn. Favorite game show, and maybe if it's two different answers, game show you think you would do the best on.
I got to go Price is Right here. I grew up sick days, 11 in the morning. I feel like a lot of people did. Love the Price is Right.
You got one, or?
I guess we'll go back to you, Zach.
I was asking him if he had one. Thought he was going to go first.
Family Feud.
It's the best.
Yeah, Family Feud's great.
Price is Right. Grew up watching it with my grandma.
Did y'all have the same grandma?
I don't think so.
What if y'all were related? And we found out after all these years. Wouldn't that be cool? All right. You mentioned Press Your Luck earlier, man.
Yeah, no whammy, no whammy, no whammy, no whammy.
The freaking whammies.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
Now they got Elizabeth Banks hosting it.
Banksy. I like the pyramid as well.
Yeah.
Describing the
$25,000 pyramid.
Yeah.
Or is it $250? Either way, the pyramid. Deal or No Deal was great. Growing up with Howie Mandel, that's awesome.
Yeah, but is there even a game there?
You just pick a briefcase and then eliminate briefcases.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess it's a game show.
I want to be a millionaire.
We all do.
Or
but
Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
that one. Yeah, my bad.
Regis was great.
So when we first got DirecTV, and I remember the Game Show Network and watching it, I loved old episodes of the Match Game. Is that what it's called, Charlie?
It's something
Yeah,
like that,
now Alec Baldwin hosts it, and you don't want to lose that one. It's a prop gun. Everybody calm down.
We're calm.
There was when I was growing up, we would watch Game Show Network a lot. Baggage, hosted by Jerry Springer. I think it was a GSN original. It was kind of a dating game, and it's either a lady or a man, and then there's 3 lady or men, and each of one of the 3 have a suitcase, and it gets worse and worse, their baggage each time. It's like I slept with my husband's brother when I did my last marriage.
I bet that was big on your road where you grew up.
Yeah.
Match Game with Gene Rayburn, the old host. I loved watching those old episodes.
Now they got one called The Flip Side with Urkel. I watched 5 minutes of it. Absolutely horrid. Terrible stuff.
Oh, man. Jamie. Classics. Supermarket Sweep.
Oh, yeah. Turns out it was all fake.
Was it?
It was like plastic groceries.
Oh.
Well, they weren't like eating the food. It's not guys' grocery games.
No, that's a good.
That's a good show.
Holy hell! During COVID, me and my buddy would go to his beach house, and his parents would come up sometimes, and me and his dad would just sit there and watch like guys' grocery games. Just like, what would you get for this competition? It's like maybe the ravioli.
That's what I like to do at the beach.
Well, it'd be raining. Obviously, if the sun was out, we're drinking.
We'd be watching diners, drive-ins, and dives.
Yeah.
You know?
Guy Fieri has the life, dude.
Jamie also says Double Dare. I forgot about like kids game shows. That was cool. Double Dare, and then what's the one, Shirley, where they were like inside a video game or an arcade or whatever? I forgot what that one was called. Question from Mully tomorrow from Jamie. Let's see if I remember this. Is there a chance Jenkins gets moved into the rotation? For who?
Yeah, no. I like Jenkins out of the pen. And Cliff even talked about that after one of the first games against Xavier. Sean Jenkins was very mature about it and was willing to move to the pen.
We always have a key guy that has that bullpen spot that's ready anytime.
Ethan Young last year, man.
And if he's that guy for us, they can come in and help win us games and can pitch multiple times a week. That'd be huge. That'd be huge. All right. Any more game show talk?
I really want to play Jeopardy one day. That's all I got to say.
Oh, Wheel of Fortune. Come on.
Really like the weakest link.
You kind of remind me of the host.
The lady?
Yeah.
Ellen DeGeneres?
No.
She does the U.S. version. Or she did.
No, the original host. Glasses, kind of chippy.
Just call me a nerd again.
Yeah, a little bit.
Appreciate it.
Let's take a break. Our final break. We'll come back, get ready to wrap things up here on a Monday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Back with you after this timeout.
Have you ever seen those exotic aquariums like the guys do in Las Vegas on television? You ever thought about having one of these aquariums in your business? It's more affordable than you think. This is Hal Pruitt with rentafishtank.com. We can make having an aquarium in your business turnkey with no work, cleaning, or hassles for you. Rentafishtank.com creates a relaxing atmosphere and keeps children occupied. Rentafishtank.com already services many dental, pediatric, and doctor offices, plus hospitals and senior living centers. Check us out at rentafishtank.com.
If you're hungry for a great steak with honest-to-goodness flavor, head over to Larry's Steakhouse, open Monday through Saturday at 11 a.m., serving up hand-cut, aged ribeyes, tender grilled salmon, bold grilled shrimp, and juicy grilled pork chops, all right off the flame. Pile your plate high with a 25-item salad bar. Try one of our hearty daily lunch specials. Larry's Steakhouse, good food, good folks, and a good time. Located at 2800 East 10th Street across from the old Highway Patrol Station. Call 751-6510 for takeout and reservation. Larry's Steakhouse.
Jeff Stein here at Brownwood Buick GMC. Pirate Nation, get ready. It's baseball season. You got hot dogs, apple pies, and Buick Enclave, Encore GX, Envision, and Invista, 0.9 and $3,000 off. Winter service special still going on, $210 in rebates on batteries, brakes, air filters, and wiper blades. We have 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal to make sure you leave a happy customer. Only at Brown & Wood, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty.
North Carolina State Parks invites you to enjoy camping your way. With the weather changing, booking your own cabin is the perfect solution for your camping getaway. Reserve campsites or cabins today at Jones Lake, Goose Creek, and Cliffs of the Neuse. Whether you enjoy traditional camping or air-conditioned cabins that can be rented with Wi-Fi, your next adventure can include hiking, beautiful scenery, and sunsets by the campfire. For information on booking a cabin, visit ncparks.gov.
This is proud ECU alumni David Price of David Price Construction. As a leading general contracting firm, we specialize in commercial construction and renovation. Whether it's updating your office space, renovating your restaurant, or building a new retail store, our team at David Price Construction is ready to assist. We are committed to delivering quality, value, and customer satisfaction across all of our projects. So give us a call at 919-820-3612 or find us online at davidpriceconstruction.com. Go Pirates!
Washington's favorite place to eat and where all the locals go is Down on Main Street. Down on Main Street's new weekly lunch specials are here and only for $8.99. Stop by Monday through Friday and enjoy chicken and pastry, spaghetti, meatloaf, hamburger, steak, and everyone's favorite fried shrimp plate. After work, down on Main Street is the perfect spot for dinner and drinks with friends. Down on Main Street in historic downtown Washington. Go Pirates!
This is Caleb Reynolds, lead minister at Eastern Pines Church, and I'd love to invite you to join us this Sunday at 9 and 10:30 at 3380 Portertown Road in Greenville. At Eastern Pines Church, you'll find real people, uplifting worship, and a place where your family can grow in your faith. Come see what God is doing right here in Greenville. We'd love to welcome you home at Eastern Pines Church. Visit easternpineschurch.com for more information.
Church services brought to you by S&K Trapping, East Coast Grading, Gregory Pool, Driven Details, East Coast Access, Cardinal Lock and Key, and rentafishtank.com.
Planning a special event, whether it's a baby shower, bridal luncheon, birthday party, or even a tailgate at Clark LeClair Stadium, Chicken Salad Chick has you covered. Their fan favorite mini croissant platters is just one of many options to choose from, perfect for any occasion. With a variety of chicken salad flavors, there's something for everyone to enjoy. Let us do the work while you enjoy the event. Delicious, fresh, and served with a smile. Chicken Salad Chick Catering. Make every event memorable. Visit chickensaladchick.com to place your catering order. Just remember, you pick it up and we'll have it ready to go. Chicken Salad Chick, where every event is a little bit tastier.
This is Josh Gross, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Carolina Eagle Distributing, celebrating 150 years of Budweiser all year long. This Bud's for you from Carolina Eagle, serving the Pirate Nation since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. The stock market started off on a down note this week. The Dow was down 821 points and closed at 48,804. The NASDAQ is down 258 and finished at 22,627. S&P fell 71 points and finished out the day at 6,837. That's your Wells Fargo Advisors Stock Market Report. For a personal look into investing, call Wells Fargo Advisors today at 756-6900 in Greenville. Wells Fargo Advisors, LLC, member SIPC. Now let's head back into the show. Here's your host, Clip Rock.
All right. Boy, some pretty big news if you wanted to go see Clemson and East Carolina play football against one another.
Yeah, what happened?
What was it, 2029?
Yeah.
Which, a few years away or whatever. So this from FBSschedules.com. Clemson previously signed a contract to host ECU September 1st, 2029. That has been pushed back to September 2nd, 2034. Who knows who the coach will be? I don't know if I'll still be here. And I don't mean Pirate Radio. I mean on this earth. 2034.
We won't even be living on Earth by then. Like, that game is going to be played on, like, Jupiter or something.
True. We going to Mars. So, earlier today it was announced Clemson will host Georgia State November 6, 2027. Whatever. So for folks planning their trip to Death Valley
in 3 years.
Yeah, you're going to have to wait 8. That sucks.
It'll be here before you know it, man.
Will that game be played? We're going on a no. We're getting a no. I'll go no.
What does Coach K think?
What does Coach K think? Will the game be played?
No, please, no.
John Gilbert, what are the chances that we're going to play this game against Clemson?
None.
Cliff Godwin, do you think we're going to play this game against Clemson?
Nope.
Brian Bailey, who's going to be hoisting the Larry O'Brien Trophy in 2034 when Clemson and East Carolina play football?
Yeah. By the way, Con Knipple 4 threes hits again last night. The only night it hasn't hit was last Thursday on the damn dog of the day. And the Hornets play this Thursday, and I'll be betting it again. Although last night it was minus money. So keep an eye on that.
Knipple.
Caller on the fifth quarter. Sorry, Shirley. Jamie wanted one more cut. Caller on the fifth quarter. What are the chances that game will be played against Clemson?
Clear.
All right, now we can wrap it up. Appreciate y'all.
No chance in hell.
Thank you, Wes. Wes will be here Thursday celebrating a birthday.
Man.
Bryce Williams will not be here on Tuesday celebrating a birthday. But we will call him at 5 o'clock and wish him a happy birthday. Nick, good work. Appreciate you. Zach, thank you. Shirley, see you tomorrow. Jabone. We'll see you Tuesday.
Oh, yeah.
On Pirate Radio Live. Talk to y'all then. For the crew, I'm Clip Rock. Jeff Charles, take us home.
Have a great night, Eastern Carolina.
Thanks for listening to Pirate Radio Live.